blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then This lot doesn't stand a chance. I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, splayed that booty out, splayed that booty out, splayed that booty out. Splayed booty out. Splayed booty out. Splayed booty out. Splayed booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed booty out, 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 splayed booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed booty out, 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 splayed booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the trembling isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed booty out, 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 splayed booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew.
Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to ban.
These bans are coming out quick. We got Night Stalker Pudge, Tiny Clockwork. I wonder why that Clockwork has been banned. Yep, looks like 100 Me is a Clockwork spammer on that end. Okay. Wind Ranger ban.
Okay, I think I got you.
Oh, okay, you're back. All right, hello, welcome. I can't keep up with these bans by myself. Yeah, so
Right,
Wind Ranger
apologize.
ban. Looking at Dota buffs right now, Wind Ranger's just an annoying hero. It looks like Caspian on the side of TeamTempus is a Drow spammer according to Dota buff. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Drow ban here. But they're
I
going
don't
to
mind
scam.
it. Wow.
Yep, I prefer seeing Drow to seeing Wind Ranger, so I'm okay with these bans.
All right, so we're waiting for that first pick. I mean, I guess it's going to be an Ogre, as we've seen a lot of Ogre picks throughout this tournament being first.
Yeah, Ogre's strong first pick, but I'm just going to be contrarian and go with the Witch Doctor.
Dire team's turn to pick.
We look like idiots, Juvu.
Oh my god!
Alright, we got time to retire. We don't know what we're talking about.
So Coddle coming out first, a big bad. I've seen a Coddle in one game, I think, so far. What do you think about Coddle?
I think Coddle is strong, but not extremely versatile. We saw some Coddle at Chengdu, and they're still using him, so he's got to be pretty good. It really kind of like pigeonholes your lanes, right? When you have a Coddle, like
Absolutely.
Coddle doesn't have that much lane presence and goes down pretty quick, though he does have the high move speed. First pick Slardar. That I'm a bigger fan of, to be honest.
Alright, so picking the 3, Slardar
You think it's
definitely
a
does
3?
have his... I
Could
think
be
it's
a 4.
a 3.
You've seen him roaming Slardar once he gets that water sprint.
It could be a 4. I think he is most effective in the 3 slot.
Okay, well, agree to disagree. Oh,
That water
what
Pokemon.
now? Picking Squirtle. Yeah, and Undying. So, or I think this just might be the off lane. Although I have seen a bit of Undying 5 lately. Probably not what they're going for here, but we'll see how it pans out.
I do love Undying.
TeamTempus, with the early off lane showing, was last year's champions in the 2018 season, unless I'm very much mistaken. And this season, they have not yet dropped a game, at least according to the stats that I pulled down from the API. They are 4 for 4.
Do we know if Team Tempus A competed last year, or is it like a fractured thing?
I think they grew too big due to their popularity and winning last year's league, that they just had too many people for one team. And I guess they just relegated all the Canadians off to their own team because they didn't want to play with them. Unclear.
It sounds as though we found our villain for this tournament.
Yeah,
we found
definitely.
the EG.
Yeah, EG, where our boys OG Team Tempus A will be bringing it to the finals.
All right, so waiting for our second pick here for Team Tempus A. Do you think you go in on trying to counter these big beefy strength heroes, or do you think you just try to stick to your strategy?
Yeah, none of these heroes demand a counter, I don't think. Undying is just going to do what Undying does, really. And if you waste picks trying to counter these two heroes, you're just going to get super hard counterpicked later. I think you keep trying to push your own strategy here. Although
That's true.
That remains remains to be seen, as we only see the keeper so far. Windy ban, Night Stalker ban, and a Pudge ban, though. I mean, those are all pretty standard bans.
Absolutely. Pudge getting a lot of play this tournament. Wind Ranger, a few games here and there. The Clockwork ban, Tiny's been all over the place, and so was CM, but those tests.
We've been seeing a lot of Gyrocopter lately. It's been really strong, especially with the Diffusal pickups. Thank you, No Tail. Was it? No, who?
Thompson.
Thompson. Those Thompson Diffusal and Gyro. It's proven to be very strong, and it's going to be pretty effective against the Undying if he chooses to go Diffusal on this hero. But do you think this is a safe lane? Keeper Gyro? I mean, it's not amazing.
I think it would be an interesting drafting strategy to pull out your one like right now.
Yeah, but
it could be an off lane.
I suppose it could. I mean, you can kind of farm safely with Flak because it's got that extra range, but it's dangerous. I suppose you could also mid the Gyro. It is a bit of a flex pick because you can put him in one of a couple roles.
Absolutely. So Oracle getting banned out and the Earthshaker getting banned out. So I'm assuming we're going to see some illusions on the side of TeamTempus.
Dire team ban.
And then possibly a Legion Commander pickup on TeamTempus A.
LC would be good against, strong against Coddle. You get that Blink Duel, and then you no Will-O-Wisp for the rest of the fight. Maybe a Phantom Lancer? Nah, Gyro can deal with PL. Maybe
I think maybe a Chaos Knight if they were going to go Illusion Hero. Beefy.
Even then, Gyrocopter kind of takes those heroes off the board. Once he gets like Aghanims and Diffusal up, you just turn Flat Cannon on and the illusions all die. But we'll see. These teams have really not spent any reserve time. They're just quick banning here. We're seeing the first usage now.
Well, I think it says a lot about TeamTempus being last year's champion that they still have 1 minute and 50 left to TeamTempus A's 55 seconds.
They're much more decisive. Or they know what they want to do and they're going to do it. There's a Drow ban. Caspian again, Drow spammer apparently. So yeah, fair enough. Just ban it.
Get rid of it. Absolutely. Ursa gone. That's Celine and me.
That's interesting.
Who doesn't want to get punched a whole bunch?
Who doesn't want to get punched a whole bunch? Axe.
And Enchantress pickup, baby.
Gone. I would.
Enchantress on the offlane.
They've kind of got their offlane there. I mean, yeah, you could put Undying in the 5, but then you still need you've still shown a good bulk of your lineup to be big beefy strength boys.
It's true. Put the Slaughter at the 1. Do it. Super attack speed Slaughter.
Ooh. Willow. Love seeing Willow. You're a Willow player. What do you think about this pick in this lineup?
I think it's good. It could be the 5 or the 2. Definitely very flexible. It creates a great amount of zoning for the Tomb. If
Tombstone Dark Willow is pretty filthy. One thing that might be interesting is this Magnus. So clearly the Gyro is not their position 1, right? They want a core that can make use of the magnetism power. So we're probably going to see this Gyro mid if I'm hazarding a guess.
Yep. I would say so. They're definitely looking for melee core. I'm trying to think of Coddle. Like I feel as though there's some sort of like super strat here that I'm not seeing quite yet. Like one more piece and I'll be like, there's the
one more
code.
piece.
I can crack this.
I can crack it.
Yeah,
apple the whole time.
I would be super pumped to see this Dark Willow mid. However, I've seen it before in pubs. It's like mixed success rate, but Dark Willow can definitely take off with the game.
The Shadow World nuke auto attack is actually pretty insane once you hit that crazy level 25 talent.
And you get the Aghanim Scepter where you're just launching them.
You're just firing him from the Shadow Realm.
So I'm thinking we're going to see Lifestealer on TeamTempus.
Yeah, as much as I hate Lifestealer and everything he stands for, I think it's probably going to happen here. It could be proven wrong. Could see like a Juggernaut or something come out. Well, the Juggernaut's not. Well, it's pretty good against the Willow, I suppose.
Jug would work as well, 100%.
Weaver.
Weaver, ooh.
That's a 5 Undying then.
Yeah, I think that's a
Wait.
2 Weaver.
I mean, yeah, that might be Midweaver actually.
Yeah, their team is so flexible.
Yeah,
all these things could go everywhere.
It's funny how pubs play differently than like drafted games, because like
100%.
Once you get these nice spicy like flex picks for your first 3 or 4 picks, you can really just react. Whereas like you see a Keeper Light coming out and you know that's a 5 or maybe a 4, but he's not going to go mid. So you don't have to answer him because you don't know, you know exactly what he's going to be doing. Whereas if you pick that Magnus first, they don't know if that's a mid Magnus or an offlane Magnus or whatever. And then maybe they spend a pick trying to counter it and you just shift them lanes. There's the PA for the Magnus, yeah. Okay.
So Phantom Assassin is definitely an interesting pick here. I think she could shred most Team Tempest's team once she gets her items.
Yeah, they're pretty slippery though. I mean, the two people you can actually kill are pretty beefy, and then Dark Willow can just go to the Shadow Realm, and Weaver is, well, you know, Weaver.
It's this whole hero. Yeah, 100%. They're going to need to be good about... I think PA needs to go for a BKB, like right after Deso here.
Pretty much instant BKB, yeah.
The fear on Dark Willow is so insane. Like, fear, I think, is one of the most pro mechanics in the game right now.
Yeah, it's pretty broken, you're right. Yeah, just even the Lich single target fear is like better than any stun, pretty much. So the mass AoE fear, ridiculous.
It's a Bane ultimate without the damage, really.
I want to see... Oh, you know what I want to see on Team Tempest? I want to see Mars. So you have a core Mars,
eh?
Core Mars, 5 Undying, offlane, no, 5 Willow, 4 Undying, mid Mars, Weaver Slaughter offlane, and then you have Fear into the Arena of Blood. Absolutely terrible draft. Please don't do it, but I want to see it.
But do it.
But do it for the memes.
So finally out for Team Tempest is the Meepo ban. It must be a respect. They know somebody on Team Tempest A is a Meepo player.
I believe it, but I do not see it in,
it's somewhere.
In Dota buff. So someone's hiding a pocket Meepo from us. Or maybe this is like a disrespect ban because they literally don't care about the last ban, so they're banning Meepo because they know there's nobody on their team that plays it. So since these teams know each other fairly well, it seems this is like an obvious BM ban. I don't know. We'll find out post game.
The controversy of Huskar being banned out here on Team Tempest A's side. So either they're looking to pick up somebody that has a status effect that's insanely potent, or they're looking for the TA. But no, I think it's just to protect Gyro and PA. I could be wrong though, because he has that AOE disarm.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they are looking for another physical attacker. Well, down to 23 seconds, so we'll find out within 20 seconds.
Oh my gosh. They pulled ahead in reserve time on top of Team Tempest, last year's champions.
Ooh,
oh.
The long forgotten legend.
So they do pick up the Alchemist, which I'm assuming is probably going to be their middle.
Yeah, Magnus, like Empower on Alchemist just makes him farm like a psychopath.
Do you think that this is an Alchemist board for the sole reason to pick up Aghanim Scepters for everybody else?
Every Aghanims on the team is pretty baller, so I think we're going to see some donated Aghanims, assuming the game goes long enough for the Alchemist to get online. I think that with the Coddle Gyro, they got the tools to stop any big concerted push, so we probably will have time for this Alchemist to get online.
Absolutely, and Slark comes out a good counter to Alchemist. So Myth is going to be on the Slark, rocking it. For cosmetics,
Ooh.
who you giving it to?
I think. I mean, let's see. That's a Coddle I've never seen before. I like the hair over the eyes PA. Oh, we just added some cosmetics, and Dying is no longer naked.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I have to. Team Tempest gets it for me because that Gyro is.
I'm gonna give it to Team Tempest A. You mean? Oh, the Gyro's naked. The Gyro's naked.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm gonna give it to Team Tempest A just because I like the Coddle a lot, and I have never seen it before. And those are just like treasure trove caraffes on the bottom. I don't care about those.
Shoddy costumes.
Yeah, shoddy. Those are what was that, Spirit Halloween? Like, it's one of those.
The strip mall closed. They moved in. Alright, so getting into game one. Team Tempest A versus Team Tempest. We're very excited. There's going to be some back and forth here. I know it's a flame-free league. However, both these teams have come to the agreement that there's going to be some trash talk.
I'm hoping to see a lot of spicy voice lines in all chat.
Taking a peek, the Alchemist being sponsored here. 12 to 8 in the last 20 games as Alk.
Not a bad record.
Lardy Party, last match of starter, 809 win. Whew, that must have felt
Yeah, but
great.
only 2 victories predicted in a row. Now that's not a stat you want to split.
All right, so introductions. So we have 100 me on the gyrocopter. We have Sly on Magnetar. We have our boy. Oh, 1 second, pulling it back up. Foolishness on the Alchemist, and then we have a Chandra on the Phantom Assassin. We have Hazard yet forward on the Keeper of the Light. Going on the dire side, we got Edgy on the Dark Willow. We got Scuba Clown on the Undying. We have Caspian on the Weaver. Frostbite on the Slardar. And finally, the carry Myth on Slark.
Is that a middle Slark?
No.
It is.
No.
They're doing it. The absolute mad. Also, I want to just point out some shit talk already coming out in the all chat. A lot of all chats. A lot of chat wheels. A lot of taunts too. Really excited to see this Undying taunt away.
So it's all about the memes, all about the mind games. As both these teams have a history and are ready to rumble. Bottom, it looks like gonna be the start where all of it comes to a head here as Undying, Slardar, Slark, and Weaver looking to clash.
But Coddle, they know what's up. They don't want to poke their heads. They don't have to.
2, 1. Weaver spots him out. There's the decay. Coddle does have blind ready. Slardar is walking up, and there's the blind to save their lives. As Coddle's just gonna walk away.
Pops that Fairy Fire. Get a little bit of HP. Never hurt no one. There comes the ward.
3-1 bounties to the Radiant's favor.
So if we look at net worth, which is the deciding factor of the game, it looks like Team Tempest A has a 100% chance of winning at the moment. They've skyrocketed ahead in net worth with that one bounty run.
As everybody's starting to trade, everything's being given away. I do want to point out that Canada is the greatest country. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to go there.
I don't think anyone can argue with that assessment.
Our Prime Minister looks like your hot uncle. I hope you don't have a hot uncle. That's weird. Somebody else's hot uncle.
Do you have a hot uncle?
I might have one or two. I come from good stock.
Oh, to be handsome.
Alright, so everybody right now just contesting for a farm, going back and forth. Not any lane really committing too hard as of yet.
I think we're going to see some action bottom as they have that Slardar Undying, and that's a high explosiveness lane. You see Scuba Clown just dropping the decays. Just walking up to that T1.
That is 12 strength stolen. Insane.
Oh, he's taunting. He's taunting. Oh, he got another. He's got 20.
Taking the strength from Team Tempest A. Caspian going to find 100 me on the side. There goes Dark Willow dropping the thorns.
Oh, mid.
100 me is going to walk away. Mid. It goes down.
Slark.
Myth taking Foolishness's life.
Yep. Alchemist trying to fight in the acid spray, but Slark just has too much damage with the stat steal.
So that gives Slark 1 permanent agility.
Ooh, that's a good start for our friend Slark.
I just want to talk about the mind game that agility is. Like, 1 permanent agility, not that bad, but I've been in games where people are like, he already has 3 extra permanent agility!
And it's at 5 minutes, we lost!
Absolutely, I think we've all experienced that at one point in our lives. So everybody going kind of back and forth. Top looks like it's a little difficult for Gyro to get the farm. They were hoping they were going to secure for him top. Magnus, Gyro lane. Coddle doing his best to secure the denies on the creeps here. Down bottom against Frostbite and Scuba Clown. As everybody's just going back and forth. Middle is an insanely highly contested lane as well. Slark is ahead in last hits, but with that Alchemist gold on the side, Alchemist ain't afraid.
The trick to fighting Alchemist in mid is to go contest his little jungle. And you just go take his XP from him, try to steal his last hits, because he can't really fight you.
You want to stop him from getting the level lead and being able to move around, absolutely. Alchemist taking a lot of harassment from the Slark. The root is going to come out. Alchemist just getting punched down. The Alchemist is going to go down to middle. Slark.
Oh, this is the point at which I would start tilting if I were an Alchemist. Where are my supports?
So Team Tempest definitely putting a lot of pressure in this early game. They do have a sub 1k net worth lead, however, as on the side of Team Tempest A, they are managing to keep up with the farm.
The Slark is off to a great start. Myth has a Shadow Blade queued up, already has finished full boots, and luckily gets a regen rune. I hate Slark and Slark players, so Myth, you're listening to this. I hate you.
And I love you, so please stay with us as we're going to check out another lane here somewhere.
No, we're going to talk about Slark. Where do you think you're going?
So in this top lane, Edgy and Caspian, both at level 3, 100 me having a hard time getting the farm and the XP, only at level 2, while Sly is just trying to get their back as they're trying to take some farm away from the Weaver here. This is a rough time for Alchemist middle. The root does come out. Slark's going to start putting the beats on a Myth, taking another kill off of Foolishness. Whew. At the start of the game, somebody said, watch mid, and here we go. All the action currently in this middle lane.
Yeah, you're not wrong. If you're Alchemist at this point, you abandon this lane and you just go to the jungle. Oh, and there's the ward. Yep.
Missing middle.
Caudle gonna stack this camp for his beleaguered Alchemist.
Beautiful. Good support play.
Where's my pension?
So Slark now level 6. Almost double the last hits Alchemist has, unfortunately. Alchemist is going to need to play a little bit of catch up. Up top, Sly gets rooted. Here comes the Dark Willow throwing the thing from the Shadow Realm as 100 me comes in with the Barrage trying to save his boy. And they're just going to walk away, no problems.
No harm, no foul.
Chandra trying to get some heal in bottom here as these two big beefy boys were flexing on the tower. But they're going to back off as well.
This Slark is now terrifying.
As soon as that Shadow Blaze goes on the Slark, I do believe we're going to get a rotation. And Team Tempest is going to kind of grab the momentum in this game. They have it a little bit right now. They're just going to full throttle.
Yeah, I think as soon as you realize Slark is getting close to that Shadow Blade, you just get sentries up hard. If you manage to kill him when he goes for his first attempted gank, that essentially negates the lead he got in the lane.
100%. Team Tempest A, however, still keeping a little bit of control here. They're not out of the game at all. All lanes still managing to secure some hits.
And Alchemist can come back from this lost lane in no time. Like, you'll blink and he'll get empowered and he'll have like 2 Radiances and 17 Aghanims.
One for everybody on your team, one for everybody on your enemy team, and one for the team next door.
Yeah, one for the team next door, one for each caster.
Chandra finding some space in bottom, getting these last hits as the Undying has to back up. The PA thankfully going for Deso first, no Battle Fury. They do realize that they need to fight. They don't want to push to late game for either team.
Little fight going on bottom. Frostbite trying to flex with the Bash of the Deep. Chandra not too afraid though. Takes the bashes and just lives with them. Evade procs coming in clutch.
There it is, level 1. Hazard Forward did a great thing there by leaving lane for just a little bit, letting a Chandra get that solo XP, because the closer that PA gets to level 6, the closer it's time to battle. And up top, we have 3 flexing on Sly and 100 me. Scuba Clown making moves, dropping the tombstone, and here comes Scuba Clown, not going to let 100 me go. Might have to give up the chase. Scuba Clown now has to defend this tombstone. Don't let it go down, don't give up that free gold. Caspian coming in here was rocketed at the start of the fight.
They want that money, and I don't blame them. Man, range of Tombstone is huge, where the range of which it'll summon a zombie for you? That's crazy. Slark has his Shadow Blade. He's ready.
Oof.
He's bottom.
Man, the world just got a lot more scary as Myth is going to find a Chandra in the bottom lane. The Slark is now hunting.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Oh, wow.
So here comes the trash talk from Team Tempest. And then top here, 100 me and Sly putting some pressure onto Scuba Clown. However, Scuba Clown's going to be fine because Undying is a big beefy boy and he don't care. Slark gonna
Slark
continue to
on
hunt.
that hunt, looking for Coddle, looking for anybody, I suppose. Pretty strong at the
Hazard yet forward in the danger zone. Myth is coming in. There's the punch. There's the leash. Myth is now dropping the beats onto the Coddle. Coddle's gonna blind and try to walk away. Myth's gonna be able to pierce that very soon. There's the ultimate, getting that movement speed, and there's the rest of the chase down as our poor boy Hazard yet forward goes down.
Yeah, the blind was good, but unfortunately, Slark has a lot of tools since he's level 9.
Chandra making use of space, however, as 3 of the Dire heroes are up top, guarding the Weaver from the Magnus and the Gyrocopter.
Yeah, it looks like a Chandra going phase into Deso, which is pretty standard build for PA, especially when you have an Empower on your team. You definitely don't want to build a Battle Fury there.
Clark gonna put some damage on middle tower as the fight starts top here. Edgy fighting 100 me. Caspian and Scuba Clown putting the beats on Sly. There goes the tombstone. Sly does have Skewer ready to go. 100 me gonna TP out. Sly turns around, gonna kill the skellies on him. We can just hang out.
Just hanging out. Yeah. The Undying there has been dropping a lot of tombstones, trying to get some aggressive fights in, but unfortunately the disengage from TeamTempus A is just good enough that they can just walk away. They don't have the lockdown they really need to be able to make the tombstone effective.
Absolutely. The Dark Willow opted to go Shadow Realm maxed out first, which is definitely a good choice, as it does provide a lot of damage. However, it's hurting them in the lockdown process by not having those extra levels in Bramble Maze and Cursed Crown.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm currently looking at hero levels, and Gyrocopter is level 3.
Yeah.
That is scary.
However, 100 me isn't scared. Ready to fight as if there is 100 of them.
Looks like Slark gonna find this. Ooh, does he want him? Yep, he wants him.
The Alchemist does not have Altius. A Myth comes in with the punches once again, not leaving Foolishness alone. Myth said he was gonna talk crap, and he's backing it up. Well, let me say it a little louder. This Slark is dominating.
Absolutely dominating. They essentially just need to sentry up the entrances to their jungles and just never let the Slark catch anybody. You can't kill him, but you can at least prevent him. Whoa. A Chandra blinking in to nearly get devastated by the bat.
Playing a very dangerous game, and now the Slark knows exactly where you are. And the shark is in the water with an Invis Rude.
And
so
a clarity, you know? Sometimes you just run out of mana. And you want to murder more, but you're restrained by the fact that you've murdered so much already that you have no mana. It's the worst.
Okay, Chandra gonna get out, TP out, very safe.
Big
Slark
brain.
gonna peek, let everybody know that they're there.
How many daggers am I holding up?
The tri-lane has switched sides. Who have they been farming top here? Has it been the Gyro or the... I guess the Magnus is
It's been the Magnus.
ideal. Gyro's playing more of the 4, yeah.
Yeah, this Slark is just all up in their business. However, they do see him. They know he's there. Alchemist walks out of the jungle. No harm, no foul. Still being hunted. This Slark is just going.
Definitely making the right moves by putting the pressure on. The problem is, if you're not taking objectives off of these right moves, eventually it's going to catch up to you when you pass.
It's true. Alchemist, you can't stop that farm. He's almost got his relic. It's at 12 minutes. Now, this is an Alchemist, mind you, that literally died 3 times in the lane, but still nearly has his relic at 12 minutes.
Oh, you know, that's the hero. In TI, they usually have him online by 10, so...
Yeah, like Midas Radiance by 10.
Oh, yeah. So right now, both teams consent to just farm it out for a little bit.
Yeah, this is great for TeamTempus A because that Slark needs to be just on Murder Festival at the moment to get those Agi in. So every time he's not killing somebody is good for TeamTempus A. It gives more time for the Alchemist to get 26 Aghanim Scepters out.
Chandra making good space bottom, using that blur to make it look as if they aren't in lane.
I was
Not
trying
drawing the
about that
attention of the
functionality.
fishy boy. Okay, and Sly being gone on top here. Edgy gonna drop the Crown of Madness. There goes the Skewer. Sly, unfortunately, is now stuck with the bug. Caspian's gonna put the beats on him. Sly is gonna go down to Caspian and Edgy. Myth does show up. Myth is on the hunt. They see Hazard yet forward. Hazard yet forward, trying to get under tower. They do know the Slark there. Good sidestep, dodging the leap. Hazard yet forward, now gonna use the trees. Drops the blind onto Myth. There's the rocket up from 100 me. The ulti comes out by Coddle. This tower is doing a lot of damage to Slark. Slark's gonna hop forward. The Dark Pack was going, so the rocket stun is negligible. Caspian now going to see 100B other tower. Myth, there's the break as Silver Edge comes out, and here come the punches, taking down the Gyrocopter as Dark Willow adds that helping hand.
That was a relentless fight from Slark. Just like, oh, you know, I didn't kill him? I'll try again. I'll just keep chasing him. Yeah, I'll take the tower hits. It's fine. I don't care.
Down bottom, Ashandere being chased here by Frostbite and Scuba Clown. Ashandere has nowhere to jump. There's zombies on top of them. However, Sly coming in being like, I got you. I can be your hero, baby. Sly trying to get in front of the Slardar, looking to skewer. It is up. There's the reverse polarity. They see Undying. However, they're just going to push Frostbite back under tower and then let it be. Both trying to disengage here.
Ooh, the question
Frostbite
mark
with the question mark.
Big disrespect. The single question mark is the most disrespectful thing in all of Dota.
We'll see how Team Tempus respond to this question mark. It is absolutely ludicrous.
Do I have any of these folks muted? No? Okay, good.
The Magnus does have level 1 in power.
Slark coming in for more murders. Got double damage. Run for your lives. Run for your lives!
They all use the best mechanic in the game, the trees. Slark right near tower there. They're going to see that he's there. Slark going to use Hatchet and just walk around the trees looking for something. They see Hazard yet forward. There's the Magnetar with the
Big
skewer.
blind.
The Tombstone's on top of the tower. Slark going to continue to chase Hazard yet forward. And it looks like Slark's going to get the final... Oh, Scuba's Clown gets the final hit there as Gyro drops ultimate. Slark's okay under tower. He's barely taking any hits with all this extra armor from all the extra agility. They're going to drop this tower, and then Slark will likely try to use the Shadow Blade. Frostbite going to find 100B down here at the bottom. Here come the punches. There goes your armor. Scuba Steve coming in with the Decay. Going to drop it there. Sly now with the Crown of Madness on them. Trying to get to the shrine here. Sly needs to escape, but Myth is in the water. The Slark is ready to go with that Shark Masky. Here come the punches. Oh, no, Slark just scouting out. They see Ashandre. There's the break. The root. The Slark starts putting the beats onto this PA. Ashandre is going to jump to Sly, however, for the great escape.
The great escape. Some Houdini
well
shit
done.
Getting out of there.
And there's that gold PA line I've never heard before, but I'm glad I know now.
To plan. All according to Keikaku.
So, Team Tempus A little bit on the back foot here. However, Alchemist has been doing his job.
We
as
haven't
the
seen him in a while.
Up.
He's got that red. So it's only 0-10 at 15 minutes. Realistically, if you want to stop an Alchemist, you got to kill him more than this, or take more objectives than this.
However, the Slark is a little out of control. That Silver Edge is up.
Definitely.
He's got Scotty queued for next.
Oh my lord.
That was unreal.
Oh boy, so Sly Myth picking up Sly in middle lane. Unfortunately, I missed it as I was watching.
I got
Sweet D warding.
I got it.
Awesome. So Foolish just using the space top, farming out this triangle and the lane. The nice spicy Dorito there. As
The Dorito
they're securing some some farms so they can join the fight hopefully eventually. So Slark coming in here. Coddle does have the scent and the ward. They're gonna ping Slark out.
They managed to bash the Alchemist as he was TPing out.
Oh no.
That's
So
dead
Foolishness now in a bad place as all 4 of the Dire are going to collapse on them. The ulti goes down, and unfortunately for Foolishness, there's another Agi going to Myth.
But this is nice breathing room for a Chandere down bottom. A little bit of time. Honestly, the space that this Alchemist has been getting, as a result of the fights on a Chandere.
Oh no. Chandere is going to be able to hop out, but Myth is on the prowl. Oh, and that leash through the trees! Here we go! Myth taking another Agi off the Radiant team. Almost psychic.
Did they have a ward on that?
They did not. That was a guess.
That
was a 100% guess.
That is...
Holy!
Report this man for map hacks, please.
Alright, that's currently the play of the game. I want to see some bigger front flips. Let's go. Come on, Team Tempus A. 360 Alchemist concoction. Let's go.
I want a 360 no scope concoction. The only way to top that, blind leap.
I want you to close your eyes, change all your hotkeys at random.
So shockingly, no shit talk coming out of Slark from that kill. I'd expect some there. Like, if I do that, I'm immediately spamming all the voice lines in my arsenal.
Slark does not want to make a bigger target out of himself than he already is for the Radiant team. He dies. That's like probably 1,500 gold.
It's like an entire pension fund. for the entire Radiant team.
So Frostbite with that Blink Dagger up. Caspian making a good space. They're going straight for an MKB so they can punch the PA.
Yeah, BKB up, or will be coming up on the Alchemist, which is a pretty good pickup. That said, you still need at least a heart after that to try to survive against the Slark.
PA still just trying to get that Deso up. Having a little bit of a difficult time. Magnus try to keep up with their carry, providing
that's what happens when you've got an Alchemist on your team, is that you end up fighting from the back foot until the Alchemist's ready to go. So PA took more pressure than she otherwise would have in a game with 5 non-Alchemist heroes.
100%. You can see the 4 Dire heroes making use of this bottom area.
There's a chill courier. Yeah, there it goes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Demon Edge on Weaver. Going MKB. Oh, wow. Alright.
It's just a straight MKB.
Just straight MKB.
To be honest, I haven't been able to figure out Weaver's place in the meta currently. I don't see him a lot. I don't know how viable he truly is. However, Caspian's been doing what he needs to do here.
Frostbite trying for a gank on mid. Blink Crush on Slardar, but the team's there to back him up.
Big drawing coming out from Ashandre saying, I can't go there, guys.
guys, my jungle, please. Big circles coming out on the map.
Absolutely. So they're trying to find space for the Alchemist as well as for this Phantom Assassin on the side of Team Tempus. Ashandre is going to get spotted out here by Frostbite. Frostbite's going to drop the stun. There goes the Corrosive Haze. And the punches are coming out. As Ashandre is going to try to run away from Dark Willow, the root's not quite going to come out, and Ashandre is going to make a break for it. However, Scuba Cloud being found out under tower. Here they go. Gyrocopter putting the flat cannon on them. Everybody's punches is undying. As the decay's going to come out, it's not going to be enough. Frostbite's going to hop in and drop the crush. And there goes the fear as Team Tempest is going to look as though they're backing up. However, Slark is back in here on the hunt.
Oh, Slarky Malarkey.
So there's the first kill for Team Tempest A, worth a great deal of money. $233. Going to PA, however, they needed that kill on the PA.
They did need that. I honestly thought in that fight, I saw Coddle blind, and then I could have sworn I saw Magnus RP, but he still got it there, so he must have canceled it. But that scared me.
The RP Juke's coming out.
RP, yeah. Echo Saber gonna be coming up on Frostbite.
So everybody doing their jobs here. If I'm Sly, I'm hunting down my carries and forcing them to have Empower here. Hopefully he'll do so after he clears top. As they're just trying to get some control of their side of the map. Up top here, Slark is going to find Foolishness. Myth is not even going to hesitate as he starts putting the beast onto this Foolishness. But there's the BKB, and the whole team shows up. Slark pops ulti. He's going to get hit by the rocket. His ulti might be spent in Stunland. There's the sleep by the orb. Has to get forward, does get rooted. There's the Magnus ulti. They're putting everything they can on Myth to drop him. And Myth goes down for 803 gold. Here comes the concoction onto the Dark Willow. Foolishness going to go forward here as onto the Scuba Clown. The Crown of Madness is up. Ashandre trying to fight Caspian as well up here as the fight is slowly moving towards the Dire side. And unfortunately, Sly is going to go down in the background as Foolishness is punching Scuba Clown. Scuba Clown going to go down as well. Ashandre in trouble here as Frostbite and Caspian chase them down. And now the Alchemist is alone in a sea of enemies. Will he back up? Will he continue forward?
No, he won't.
Alchemist is going to go forward.
Soul
Ring is about to be up. Radiance does the burn. Caspian out of mana, does not have another Sakuchi, but Foolishness does not notice. The concoction is gonna stun him as Frostbite shows up. The Slider saying, yo, just give me some time and I will punch you right down. Weaver picking up the kill there. So a big back and forth team fight. I think honestly going gold exchanged.
Yeah, it was actually pretty even on the gold change. That team fight technically went better for Team Tempus, but given the current game position, that was a trade that they are happy to make on the side of Team Tempus A.
Absolutely. Alchemist going up 513 gold during that team fight. Magnus getting 700. That was a big fight for Team Tempus A, showing that they're not out of the game, they're ready to go.
Yeah, that Slark streak was worth a fair amount of cash.
Double damage.
Alchemist is now dominating the last hit charts, 60 on top of the Slark.
So Myth is going to find Ashandre, picking off the PA. The Alchemist did TP in, and it's going to get seen by Edgy and Scuba Clown, but Foolishness is just going to be able to walk away. Myth, though, continuing into the base. The Slark isn't afraid. The Slark is ED, but is hit by the rocket. Down comes the Gyro ulti. Sly in a little bit of trouble here as Foolishness comes in. BKB pops and starts punching. Sly does go down to Myth. Myth is going to continue on to 100B, getting the punches off. That double damage doing mad damage, and the blind does come out, but it's not enough. Foolishness trying to clean up the backline on Frostbite. Frostbite's going to get the stun out. Caspian and Myth are going to start punching him down, and Foolishness is going to drop as Hazard yet forward left alive to defend the base.
We have 2 buybacks on the side of TeamTempus A available, Gyrocopter and Magnus, so no Alchemist for a whole minute here.
PA looking to do some James Bond-esque things.
Middle tower go?
Get that secret farm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So the Dire are going to try to put a little bit of pressure here. Oh no, it seems as though they're backing up. Caudle, very good at clearing waves, very good at keeping your team in the game.
Yep, just buy time for that Alchemist to come back online. Alchemist's been doing good in fights, but he needs 1 or 2 more items to really be properly effective. He needs that Manta, he needs a heart.
Whoa, hold the phone. Since when has Blinding Light did damage? Forever?
I think so, yeah.
What? That's a 200 damage nuke, man.
You
At
don't
level
play
4.
Caudle? You play Caudle.
I didn't know it did damage. I've never had Blinding Light give me a kill.
Caspian
Wow.
coming down to fight a Chandra. Oof. A lot of damage with that MKB coming out.
The Weaver's not going to miss now. And the damage that's going to be coming out of this Weaver is going to be absolutely ludicrous. So those Germinate hits are going to hurt a lot. Just like the PA bought space for the Alchemist, the Slark is now buying space for Caspian to get that farm, to get big.
Alchemist just heading right back to that jungle. Get that farm up. Nearly at the Manta. Yeah, at this point in the game, it's just about, you just have to out-farm. Like, you need to not take the fights and let your Alchemist just get massive and let your Gyro catch up.
100%. That BKB has been working wonders for Alchemist.
You're right. The Gyro has been playing the 4, but what's been happening in these fights is that Alchemist is going up against the backline. He's hunting down the like the Dark Willow and the Undying. Meanwhile, Slark is tearing his team apart. I think the way to take these fights, is if you have to take them, is to blow everything on Slark and then disengage when you get a kill. And if you don't, you just run like hell.
It could definitely work. A great thing about Gyro in these fights has been that his homing missile is so delayed to hit Slark.
Yeah.
That Slark usually has to use Dark Pack on another ability or Stud. It's been so effective.
That's
The
true.
ward
That
coming
is-
out for Roche here.
That is how they got the kill last time, was that delayed homing missile being much later than the Dark Pact.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Yeah, they own the Radiant jungle right now. TeamTempus does. Yeah, if you're Alchemist, that's the right play. Go to the enemy jungle, go to the enemy T1, farm that. Maybe not the enemy T1, that's a little scary.
Absolutely. You know what? Get a T1 for that extra gold.
They're beating on Dire's top
It'll
tower.
go a long way in helping your team. Get a little bit of morale as well as just that
No
extra,
doubt.
obviously, gold.
Yeah, when the enemy's got all their T1s up, that just feels bad.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Dota is like 90% mechanics, 10% morale.
10% morale, yeah.
Technically, that's how it should be. However, sometimes it's not that easy.
1%
Alright, so
connection issues.
TeamTempus in Roche, the minus armor on their team is absolutely insane. Gyro gonna drop ulti, let his team see. The Alchemist does pop BKB and goes in Caspian immediately on the backline. Hazard get forward, getting melted by the Germinate attacks. 100B gonna try to TP out. The PA hops to 100B, gonna try to TP out as well, but there's the root, and the rest of the Dire team come in with a fury. Foolishness trying to TP out as well, whew, and he
Makes
gets
it
out.
They've got 2 buybacks, they can hold, but it's gonna be tough.
Praise be Ashandre for taking those studs for
Those
Foolishness.
Get down, Mr. President.
So Foolishness in a little bit of trouble. However, the push is not going to come quick enough. They'll have their ulti back up before the next fight. If the wave was closer, they would have been in a lot of trouble. The Gyrocopter just chilling in base, knowing that it's not safe to go out.
These BOTs is the right play. Just try to make space for your team. Try to prevent them from pushing your T3 in.
100%. Goddle's going to be great at defending. However, Caspian with a Desolator on. Yeah, that's the item name. What is this? The Desolator on is going to be doing huge amounts of damage to the tower.
Yeah, they've only
This is
chunked
gonna
about
push it.
15-20% HP right now, so they didn't really get much off of that. They still do have the Aegis on
Radiant's top tower has
Weaver,
fallen.
so they're probably just going to walk him up the hill and let him attack the tower, which is... Yep, that's exactly.
Absolutely. Myth taking a few long-range boops. In goes the Chandra, ready to do battle. They're going to get caught by the root as Caspian goes in here. The Germany attacks are going to be too much for the PA as they go down, but Caspian in a dangerous world. Here comes the fear. However, the Radiance is going to do its work as well as the global call down. Caspian's about to get back up here. Myth looking for a fight. Has the Silver Edge going. Gonna go all the way back to Pounded Sly. Gonna get the punches. Foolish is gonna drop the stun. Dark Pack is still going. However, here comes the Chandra with the buyback. Illuminate out. She's gonna try to hold Slark here in his stuff. There goes the Skewer. Gonna miss just because of the little Illuminate there. Myth trying to jump. And here come the punches. Will Myth get away? The Rocket's gonna be coming. The tower is gonna get the kill, however. And Foolish is now being punched by Frostbite behind the behind the barracks here on top of T-Force. In a little bit of trouble. Fly with the 3-person reverse polarity, and here comes the Dire team as they're going to try to defend their poor boys that got Magnus ultied. In comes Foolishness with the stun. The Radiance doing its work again. The ulti is up, and here comes Alchemist once again.
This is call down
Caspian
number
in
2
the back
for this
line.
fight.
100 could be in a little bit of trouble here. Nope, he's totally fine as Caspian is going to retreat as all of Team Tempest go down for 1 Rax and a T3.
That homing missile don't quit though. Can they TP to Shrine?
Caspian does get hit by the stun. It doesn't look like Radiant Team are going to be able to follow up here, however.
And so do I.
So, Team Tempest A showing, you know what? Get cocky. Come to our fountain. We're going to take this game back and win game 1.
Oh, it sure would be a shame if Slurk fountain dove me. Haha, got him.
Here's all our ultimates. Here's the rest of the stuff. Here's a buyback. And now we're back in it.
We are back in it, baby. 10 to 29,
Magnus.
still very uphill, but that's a lot of money on Alchemist now. He's got 4,800 gold in the bank. He's got the Manta. He's got a full Aghanims too if he wants it.
Perfect. Do you think you start building Aghanims here, or do you grab like maybe a Blink so that you can hop on people, or an AC even for your team?
Let's see. What do we got for Aghanims? Caudal Eggs is, what is that, the heal and the blast?
Okay, well, Alchemist is going to do none of that. He's set up to buy a good
An
old-fashioned
Octarine. That's a classic,
Octarine.
classic item. Weaver just on
Cas-
the hunt here, doing so much damage.
Oh
My
boy,
lord.
and they find out the PA, Frostbite gonna drop the stun, and PA is just gonna kind of disappear into the shadows. And here comes Team Tempest A, ready now to push this T3. This game, a little bit dangerous for Team Tempest A, as Team Tempest is coming for the T3.
Guys, terrible,
My
terrible
gosh.
team naming. What were you thinking? Could you do like
Radiant's
this
middle
is
tower has fallen.
this is the worst.
You know what? I'm putting in a complaint to the Union. This is ridiculous. As Team Tempest is taking the Radiant base. Alchemist doing his best to keep the lanes nice and pushed out. Unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult to battle through Megas. And there's the GG from 100 me.
Radiant's bottom tower
Well fought,
Whew.
Team Tempest A, but they just got too much of an early lead, and Alchemist just never got the chance to catch up.
Too much too early. Unfortunately, a few picks at the end there. However, very entertaining game. And here we go to game 2. As both teams rare to go. The GG's coming out, they're enemies, but they're also friends.
Let's have a look at support items and decide the support of the game.
Support of the game. That Coddle did a lot. That Coddle did a lot. Edgy did a lot too.
Tough to say.
So did Scuba Clown. But the 5s bear the burden. I'm honestly gonna give it to Hazard yet forward. Edgy very close behind. And 100 me just gets props for trying something that's not.
Yeah, that pause for gyro. Interesting. I liked it. Sadly, just the momentum that came out from Team Tempest was too much. Alright, we're going to be back in just a few minutes when Game 2 starts up. See you then.
Adios.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1 to the 1 to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splayed that booty out, 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 splayed that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out.
Dire Team ban. Radiant Team ban. Dire Team's turn to ban. Radiant Team ban.
Alright, and welcome to We Like Dota 2019. Team Tempus versus Team Tempus A. A match steeped in action, steeped in personal conflicts, and steeped in love. Tad.
Words being exchanged between teams. Very inappropriate. I've alerted the administrators.
10 seconds.
And rightfully you should. It was very, very, very explicit. Tad, what do you want to see from Team Tempus A going into Game 2?
I want to see some friendly vibes. Just, some good luck, have fun.
Dire Team's turn to
Throw in some love.
Realistically, from Team Tempus A, we need, I think, they tried something interesting with off-lane position 4 gyrocopter, but it didn't really pay off. Essentially, they just lost control of all the lanes, and they just slowly got chipped out, and Alchemist just never had the time to come online. If they want to run an Alchemist, they need to run some safer lanes that can have a high level of lane presence. But we're at top speed pick and ban here. So what do we got? Rubik Mirana coming out for Team Tempus A. Love those picks.
Solid picks. Rubik is a hard first pick, as you need to see what the enemy team has. However, Rubik does get a guaranteed steal on CM's ultimate if he's up.
Yeah, absolutely. What else do we got here? That's probably Hazard at forwards. Rubik. He's a Rubik player, apparently. I'm sad that Pudge got banned. Pre-game, I asked both teams to kindly not ban Pudge because I love watching hooks. But unfortunately, they clearly did not listen to me.
They also banned out Clockwork on the side of Team Tempest.
I feel personally attacked, actually.
Unfortunately, that is minus 50 DKP for both teams as we continue with the ban phase here.
You're never going to get good loot with that minus DKP.
Earthshaker, Ursa, both going on Team Tempest. They don't want to see those heroes. Wind Ranger and Night Stalker. Well, I guess it's just Night Stalker, but Wind Ranger, Night Stalker, the last two bans there from Team Tempest A. Fair bans.
Yeah, I don't know if Ursa's really a big deal. It may mean that they want to run a big beefy frontliner like Lifestealer or
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, who did they have last time that Ursa really could have messed up, really? I guess maybe Slark?
Oh, yeah. I mean, kind of Slark. I honestly don't think Ursa's that strong right now.
No, he definitely is not. I think he's one of the heroes that weren't picked at TI, at all.
I think you're right. It was Ursa, Clockwork, Keeper of the Light.
Alright, so Team Tempest A keeping a monopoly on this reserve time at the moment.
Yep. At the end of the game, you can exchange it 1-to-1 for USD, for however much reserve time you have remaining.
It only makes sense. So the Slark ban comes out. Just a nice respect ban.
Myth is a Divine 2 player, which is pretty significantly higher than the rest of the match. So trying to ban any hero he's super good on is probably a good idea.
100%. Always a good idea to do your homework on the enemy team if you can get that information. Nobody look up the Mike Gleasons because all you're going to find is stuff that will send you to jail if you open it. So don't.
You'll find a lot of pictures of Mike Gleason.
So waiting for the third pick here from Team Tempest A. Likely picking their 3, do you think? Or are they going to switch it up?
For Team Tempest A? I think they pick a flex pick here. If I were drafting this, I would pick a flex pick, something like a Wraith King, and maybe you could bait a PL pick and then just run him in the offlane as a support or something like that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the flex picks. You know what I'd like to see? A Skywrath Mage. Run the Mirana as a 3, and then just have Skywrath, Mirana, and Rubik as a 5. Skywrath's been really strong lately. He's been ruining my pubs.
Skywrath Mage providing a lot of damage, however, extremely squishy.
With the Slardar on the team, you probably want to think twice.
Absolutely. So, waiting for the next pick here. They're running out of reserve time. I'm getting scared for Team Tempest A. You know what?
Radiant
You
team's
gotta
turn to
save
pick.
this time.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, okay. So they got their supports, but either of those supports can play either 5 or 4, so they still have some flexibility in how they want to run their lanes. Or you can go ogre mid for the true spice.
I think there would be a great pick. I think this is a 3 ogre if I'm looking at this lineup.
Sorry, did you say a 3 ogre?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Shall see. There's the oracle.
I do like seeing Oracle. Always a great time with Oracle.
There's a threat of false promise being stolen, though. They have the nuke damage on the time of Team Tempest A to just absolutely explode any target, though. Like these 4 heroes, if they land an arrow, that's just whoever gets hit by it is just dead.
Absolutely. Yeah, they do have the magic damage.
You got a Fade Bolt, the stun, Lucent Beam.
Eclipse. I think that's what her ulti's called, isn't it? Maybe not.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alrighty, so we're looking for this 4th pick from Team Tempest, and here it comes. It's the Huskar pick.
Oh, Huskar Oracle is just filthy. I hate this combination. Just false promise him and let him go to town.
Believe in your memes, believe it in your dreams, Oracle Huskar.
Yeah, how do you deal with the Huskar right now?
You might see. I was gonna say an axe if you have room for your 3, like if you're putting ogre mid.
That's true. That's an option.
Ancient Apparition would be a good pick, but I think they're filled
They don't
on
have the space for it. Yeah.
support heroes.
If they go A, their team is too squishy and they'll get torn apart by Slardar. They need somebody with some girth, you know.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to think of like you need the heroes that can either insta-jib the Oracle or remove the Huskar when he's low enough health to just coup de grace him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Are there any good cores that are halberd carriers that you can think of offhand?
Lifestealer is a good like for a 3 or like
For like a 1, I would carry a halberd just because they've got pretty much all their other roles taken here, right? And none of these characters are halberd builders, but they kind of probably want one for Huskar. Last ban, Juggernaut. Fair enough.
Good ban, good ban. Yeah, I'd say Lifestealer is probably your closest good with a halberd. But even then, you'd want to avoid doing that because you want to build damage.
Yeah, tough to counter this Huskar now with just 1 pick remaining. I mean, Winter Wyvern's a great pickup here, but unfortunately, Team Tempest A has banned it.
Thankfully, Team Tempest A does have last pick, so I think that their last pick are going to decide what can take this game. Like this is the determination. And when I see it, I'll let you know. No, I'm just kidding. I have faith. I actually have a lot of faith in coming back during game 2. You got a little more motivation. The fight's under you. You're a little warmed up. Got the ire.
And now you've got the true pressure. Like, you gotta win. If you don't, you're out.
Absolutely. Is this upper bracket or lower bracket?
This is
UB
upper bracket.
All right.
I mean, I can.
No, it's fine. I'll take your word for it. So regardless, actually, there will be another game for either or both these teams. They're just fighting for that number 1 spot. I believe the winner of this goes on to take on 4 Protect 1 in the next round during this bracket phase.
That is correct. That is correct. So it's going to be 4 Protect 1 versus either Team Tempest or Team Tempest A.
Either way, they're going to get to experience the Tempest.
This is true. Yeah, no matter what happens, Team Tempest as an organization comes out ahead in this match.
As an organization.
And there's the Drow from Team Tempest. Stay with that Drow spammer.
Okay, so I do like that very much. It's pretty good. The Drow is definitely going to synergize super well with the Huskar.
Yeah.
And it takes it away from the Luna.
That's a little scary. That said, if your
10
Huskar
seconds
doesn't have a
remaining.
good game, although I'm pretty sure this is going to be myth on the Huskar mid,
5
if he doesn't
seconds
have a good
remaining.
game, then the rest of your lineup is super vulnerable to getting blown up by Team Tempest A. But if Huskar is able to front line with an armlet and just walk at everybody, then it's going to be hard to kill any of his sports.
18 seconds left on this reserve time. Don't cut it this close, boys.
Choose your
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, this is a safe play, a safe mid. They know how strong Myth is in mid, so they want to go with a hero that, even if it's played, like the mid player is like 1k MMR below, you can still hold your own in mid as Viper. It's just hard to kill you.
100%. And it takes care of the Huskar's passive as well as Drow's if she does walk into the spittle.
That's true. That's true. It's a pretty good break game.
For cosmetics here, whew, very spicy.
I'm feeling Team Tempest A for this one. I know the Drow's got that ultra rare bow, but everyone's got that ultra rare bow. Turns out it wasn't actually that rare. Whereas I really like that Rubik set. And I really like the Luna mount.
Absolutely.
That's a scary monster. Looks like one of the Stranger Things monsters, but like cat form.
Yeah, I think I have to give it to Team Tempest 8 as well, because I'm pretty sure that puppet on Rubik is pretty rare.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, even though that Huskar skin is dope, and they got the gold scepter and those immortals, that Luna mount is from TI 7.
Honestly, the Huskar skin kind of looks like an off-color troll warlord. Don't know if I'm really a huge fan of that.
Take the puppet. That Rubik looks hilarious. Looks like it's from the show Reboot. If you're a Canadian kid in the 90s, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Google it if you don't. Alright, so announcing the team here, we have our boy Frostbite on the Slardar. We got Edge on the Oracle. We got Scuba Clown on the Crystal Maiden. We got Caspian on the Drow Ranger. We have Myth, our boy in mid, on the Huskar. We have 100 Me on the Ogre. We got Foolishness on the Viper. We got the ever Sly on the Marana. We got a Chandra, my apologies, on the Luna. And last but not least, Hazard yet forward on the Rubik, bringing in that 5. Here we go.
They've got the 3-person smoke. They've both had the same idea in opposite lanes. Look at this. Oh, they're going deep. They're at the shrine, ready to go.
Both teams looking for those
30
bounties.
seconds to battle.
I like the dispersion of the wards here. What I've learned is that usually they're in the same place. I like that they're all spread out.
Yeah, if you dump your ward straight on the ledge in mid, it's almost a guaranteed counter ward. It's easy to tell if there's a ward there. Looks like Oracle and Drow both detecting that the entire enemy team is at their shrine. So these are, unless something crazy happens, they're going to go 2-2 for runes.
Alright, I want to point out that this line here was not straight, and my line underneath was not straight either. We need to improve upon our map drawing skills so that you are communicating clearly.
Yeah,
Alright?
it's true. When you're in casting mode, the lines, like, they overlap. You end up with like 30 lines. It's kind of strange.
I get it as well. So we got Hazard yet forward alone. The Luna's gonna rotate, I think. I hope. They're gonna be farming Sly, I think, up here with 100 Me. So classic offlane versus classic offlane, and then dueling safe lanes down
Oh,
bottom.
nice arrow from Sly onto the Slardar.
Oh boy,
They
here
got
come the
the
punches.
ignite. Frostbite
Gonna
gonna
flex
walk away.
Frostbite out, yeah. CM is middle with Myth. Just dropping off some stuff, I think. Oh no, she's just there to force the Viper to back off. Foolishness getting a lot of harass in this middle lane. Crystal Maiden just hanging out. She has to go to top. Leave that Huskar alone to get his levels.
Yeah, and Slardar is getting flexed a little bit here. So they're gonna want the CM up there to help.
100%. I'm just concerned that that's bad news for Crystal Maiden. There's one arrow and that lady who's made out of absolute paper Sly looking to set for an air hero. 100 me taking a lot of hits. Frostbite now in a little bit of trouble as the Starfall comes down. Luckily, the one Starfall hits the creeps. CM gonna put the root on 100 me. 100 me gonna try to juke through these trees, managing to make it out on Tanky Ogre. Scuba Clown in a little bit of trouble here. Oh no, Scuba Clown fine. Scuba Clown just gonna walk away.
Just walking away. Huskar almost dying mid. Coming down to about 5% HP. Just walking away safe though.
Huskar does have a lot of comfort being at that low life. However, Viper with the break is going to make it very difficult for Huskar to survive. It's already all out war all over the map as all these lanes seem to be going ham on each other. Huskar looking to flex on foolishness here. And
nice
under
arrow.
tower, the arrow did come out. Frostbite's taking a lot of creep hits. Going to back it up and just give it to the tower here. Down bottom, it looks as though Fortune's End is going to come out onto the Luna, letting Drow put a few hits. However, all of these heroes kind of a little weaker before they hit level 3. Everybody just hassling each other right now.
Looks like Luna and Mirana leading the pack for last hits at the moment. Huskar's got 9 denies though, so definitely denying the heck out of that mid lane. But Viper has got more last hits than he does. So lanes are going pretty even.
The age-long discussion, what is more important, denying gold or getting gold? It's always getting gold.
It's always getting gold. It's not much of a discussion. You get the gold. Get the money.
So we shouldn't have been talking about it for this long, this age.
I don't know why we're discussing it.
So up top here, 100 me getting gone on by Frostbite. The punches are coming out. There's the stun. Frostbite gonna try to get the charges to get the next one. 100 me gonna try to walk it back, but the creeps get in the way. Creeps, why did you block him? There's the arrow onto Frostbite. Sly gonna manage to get some hits off here. Sly does have the jumps, but the root's gonna hold Sly down. And CM's gonna throw the snowball, but there's the fairy fire saving Sly. Sly's just gonna back it up now.
Clutch fairy fire. Cost you 2 leaps, but very worth it.
Mirana managing to get out and then get a salve going there so they can get
There's
back
an arrow
in line.
up.
Frostbite. Frostbite in a lot of trouble. Gonna try to juke through the jungle here. As the arrow is gonna give the sight. Mirana gonna keep hunting. There's the stun. However, now Mirana in trouble as they are frostbitten. And here comes Sly now with the punches onto the CM. Poor CM's gonna get caught out. 2 kills going to the side of Team Tempus Day. Their lane's making a little more sense this time around. Getting them a few extra kills.
Yep, the strong traditional lanes definitely going to help them secure the early mid game. Myth is nowhere near as dominant this game as it was last game. So this game is shaping up to be a lot better so far for Team Tempus A, my Canadian compatriots.
The foolishness, making use of this camp up here, making sure to stack it too, so they can get that gold when they're not able to be in lane. Bottom lane just seems to be going back and forth once in a while here. The Luna's managing to take a decent amount of farm off of Drow, but Drow's sticking in it. As Lardar actually is neck and neck with everybody farming on the dire side other than the Viper. The battle for the runes. Crystal Maiden looks like, or no, Ogre seems as though he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The arrow does go out. It's going to hit Frostbite. 100 me is going to keep backing up. But there's the root as 100 me is now being forced to turn around. Frostbite saying, all right, you want to fight? No, wait, yeah, no, yeah. And then Frostbite's just going to walk away there. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, that was 3-1 for Team Tempus on the runes there, so went the way of Team Tempus. Oracle was just in position and ready to grab that rune the moment it spawned.
And it's all about positioning for these 5s in this game with the squishier ones in each lane against a lot of heroes with nice burst damage.
Big bash comes out.
So Frostbite now in a little bit of trouble in between 2 auto attacks. The stun does go down. Frostbite's trying to put the down, but there's the Starfire. Sly is going to take the kill. The Crystal Nova does come out, putting a decent amount of damage down. 100 me. Going to try to slow down Scuba Clown so Sly can pick up another one. Sly
2
just
seconds on the arrow.
Auto attacks. Arrow is up. Arrow is going down. Hidden underneath the Ignite so that the graphics kind of blurred together there. Frostbite managing to come up to lane. He's a little bit hungry. He's saying, you know what? You're being rude. I'm going to give you some punches here so you remember me. The stun's going to come out. There's the fourth charge. 100 me in a little bit of trouble. Just trying to back up Sly. He's going to drop the starfall.
Ooh, another arrow coming out from Sly. Well shot.
Big stun, big stun. Frostbite did come back and get a little bit of stuff there. Foolishness using the space in the jungle to keep their net worth up and above. 42 to 29 on the Huskar there. Net worth just a little over 1K for Team Tempus A.
19 denies on the Huskar. Just going to town with these denies. That said, let's have a look at the net worth charts. Huskar is leading with those 19 denies. That actually puts him above the Viper's farm by about 200 gold.
Alright, so we're at 7 minutes. Teams are going to start rotating very soon. We're going to get a little more action, I think.
Yeah, these lanes have been pretty static. Relatively low action if we're not counting top.
Uh-oh, and up top, Sly's in a little bit of trouble. Ooh. And there goes the Crystal Nova. Scuba Cloud picking it up at the last second.
Yeah, that Mirana's been doing a pretty good job of staying slippery, but you dance with death one too many times, and eventually it catches you.
Said, no, you can't have this.
Put it out of your mind.
Caspian confirming some last hits down here. Chandra walking it back a little bit. Edgy dropping a lot of damage using that inner fire. Or purifying flames, my bad.
Look at this idiot, he got the name wrong.
And top, again, all this action. Frostbite going after 100 me. The CM still dropping those auto attacks. There goes the fireball. Fire blast, fire blast. Setting 100 me. The arrow comes out, hits the creep. Slide just gonna confirm that farm.
Yeah, the Slardar is starting to get a bit tanky. He's got the bracer. He's got another belt of strength. Not quite so easy to burst him down, even when you do hit an arrow.
Absolutely. I think if I'm looking at these lanes, that they've won top and bottom.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Mid has gone relatively even. Viper's leading in levels, but Huskar has a bit in net worth.
Absolutely. Well, Huskar's been farming pure lane creeps this whole time. Viper's had to take some discounted farm on the neutrals in the jungle.
That clearance rack farm.
However, it's keeping Huskar alive. You know what? Their car has a tape deck, and they're okay buying their tape at the Salvation Army or the
a 1996 Toyota Corolla, and that's fine with me.
$1 for 10 songs. Scuba Cloud putting the Crystal Nova up top here. And here comes the fireball onto Scuba Cloud. The stun landing onto Frostbite. Slide throwing that point blank arrow. Slide does have a leap or two. And on middle, Foolishness and Myth are going to trade. However, watching top here as they're going to just disengage.
Hey, they killed each other. I guess that's what happens when you have a fire DPS. Ooh, here comes...
Oh, and behind tower, being brave here, slides gonna throw the arrow. It's gonna collide with the Crystal Maiden as she turned and thought she was safe. Frostbite now trying to just find their way out. The map has gone absolutely crazy, as well as the Dire side are gonna back it out.
Yeah, my apologies. I got a little overexcited there.
Yo, this is hype. This is hype. That CM turned around being like, you know what? That arrow ain't gonna touch me. And then it did.
Sly spending the money to get the extra thick arrows lands it no problem.
That arrow DLC.
Exactly.
So it's looking as though is the bounty killed top. CM got to it.
Yeah.
Or no. Also. Uh-oh. Chandra just went down to Edge. Or no. Chandra got Edge. Maybe.
We missed Oracle it. Finally going down. Bounties. I was looking at bounties too.
I was just looking at bounties. So now level 6s are coming out. Everybody's looking to fight a little harder. Rubik is now middle. Mid tower in a lot of trouble here. Hazard yet forward. Gonna steal the ulti. Try to drop Myth's health just a little bit more. However, Myth was already super low. The break comes out. There's no heal for the Huskar. Hazard yet forward's gonna go down for taking out Myth. Up top here, Scuba Cloud moving forward. Frostbite looking for a little bit more action on 100 me and Sly. The Invis comes out. These guys want to go. They're moving in on Scuba Cloud. The easy CM pick here. They're hoping to get one. Arrow. The haze does come out. Sly is going to have to back up with 100 me. They're going to go to Shrine with their Viper. Take a nice bath in the fountain.
Nice little bath.
Down bottom. Oh, nothing's happening.
Classic Dimitri, always crashing.
So a quick reset here for Dimitri as he comes back here. Looking at the net worth.
You know what
What do you want to talk about?
Meteor hammer was forged from metals found in a village destroyed by a starstorm. Did you know this?
Wow. Where did you come across this knowledge?
Oh, sometimes I go up and I read the lore on the internet. That's why I do fall
super
asleep.
Weird. Well, let me drop this grain of knowledge on you here. Let me just sprinkle it down the silo. It is everyone's responsibility to try to make the Dota community a friendly and inviting place to compete.
That is actually debatable. It's the responsibility of my teammates to be nice to me. Because if they're not, then it's my right to be a toxic piece of garbage, right? Like, that's right.
You know what? I see your logic there, and I think that I'm going to adapt it as well.
It's everyone else's responsibility.
All right, so the tower is now getting a little bit of pressure here on bottom as the Chandra is kind of left alone to defend, as the rest of their team is kind of occupying the middle half and up. The middle half and up.
He's doing the middle half topwards.
If you look at the middle half and upwards, they're still saving it. So up top, 100V doing some D-warding. There's been a lot of aggression in this top lane, which has made for some great dynamic fights. And it looks like it's just going to continue. As Rubik's coming in here to help, the arrow is going to land on Scuba Cloud. Sly with the snipes. There comes the Starfall. Frostbite now in the middle, drops the Stomp. However, Sly manages to dodge it. There's the Fireball multicast. And down goes Frostbite.
I think for the next stream, Ju, I'm gonna add some custom audio effects. Like I'm gonna get an air horn for really hype plays. Just go.
Do it. Let's go. I want the anvil falling. The Acme Looney Tunes anvil. All right. So Caspian and Edgy just making short work of this tower here bottom. Removing the T1. Everyone else is just kind of farming it out. You know what? They do have a lot of carries that rely on farm on both teams, the Luna, the Drow.
We haven't checked in a while on Myth. Got an armlet up. Working on a BKB next, and then straight into a Satanic. He knows what he wants. He's got the next 2 items queued up. On the mid for Viper, we got that Athos up, so probably ready to start rotating with it.
Absolutely. So we're looking for some more fighting here. Frostbite's gonna get hit by the arrow here top. The Fireball blast did come out. Here comes the ulti from Scuba Clown. There's no stun to save 100 as they are going to go down. Here's Viper. Huskar's saying, "Yo, I saw you rotate, and I'm here with the fire." And he's Slardar now in the Frostbite, stolen by Rubik. Rubik's gonna try to kill him. However, in comes the false promise for the Slardar, and down will go Rubik. Down will go Marana as well.
Yep. That was a really clutch false promise. Oof.
That was like split second, honestly.
Yeah, I honestly
well played. Well played from Edgy. Or Edge, sorry, not Edgy.
Play.
There's no I in there.
I think Edgelord is the official pronunciation.
Well, great play by Edge on the 5 Oracle. Edge provided that sweet Dark Will last game, and down bottom, the Huskar's going to job on Chandra, and with no health, no way to stop them, they're just going to punch Chandra into the ground.
That's scary for Huskar. One Lucent Beam on a bad timing of your armlet, and you're just dead. But no fear coming out from mid.
Sure, the Viper now in a dangerous spot up here top. They TP'd to the shrine. They put a few auto attacks on, but Slardar was right there. And in comes Rubik. They do have the Slithering Crush. Viper in a little bit of trouble. The Snot is on the ground. They're going to try to chase down Oracle here. As the Atos comes out, Oracle's going to go down to the punches. Caspian in a little bit of danger. They're going to go into the easy camp, maybe thinking to deny themselves. However, 100 Me is around with the Ignite. And down goes Caspian to Foolishness and the rest of the Dire squad.
And that's a hot 4-0 for Team Tempus A. And you know what? That was entirely because Huskar was not at that fight, essentially. Huskar went for that kill bottom, got it. They decided they wanted to take a fight, but they have nobody to frontline. Slardar is not strong enough. They 100%. Really need Huskar there if they want to try to take these fights.
Ooh, Luna's going to pop the ultimate. It's doing a lot of damage to this Huskar, but the Huskar's going to jump. Thinks about jumping. There's the Viper, however. The Spit's going to go on the ground. Huskar has no fight, and the magic damage is going to come out from the Team Tempest A.
And this is exactly... You really need to roll somebody with that Huskar if you want to go around taking fights. He's strong, but he's not 3-on-1 strong, you know?
And there goes the ulti by Crystal Maiden. They're going to catch Sly in the frost. Sly's going to go down.
That's That's a really nice play from Crystal Maiden. Just the confidence that you know that there's no leap on the Mirana, so you just drop your ult. Amazing.
Doing the spice, doing the spice. Uh-oh.
There's
Fighting
some
all
action.
over the map here. Foolishness picking up Frostbite. Up top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Down bottom. Hazard forward is going to see Scuba Clown. They decide to take the Crystal Nova.
Dimitri!
Myth, now where the tower used to stand. It looks like Luna wants no piece of this with Rubik. Caspian just going to farm out jungle here. Just wanted to check.
Caspian working on that Hurricane Pike halfway there. That'll be good for him when he gets it up, but he needs another item before he's able to survive anything. Like, I honestly think he needs a BKB here. Looks like Mirana's going to be going Maelstrom first. Makes sense for a position 1 Mirana.
It's pretty solid.
Yep. Does that
Mirana,
help you
one of
deal
those-
with Huskar? Like the Maelstrom? Does the magic damage coming out from it help you?
I think any damage would help you, but I don't think that is particularly effective.
Yeah, for specifically against the Huskar.
Yeah, I don't think that it is Huskar specific. I think that Mirana could have built a halberd in this situation. Just to slow down the Huskar and Drow. Alright, so we're positioning on the T1 here. Ogre is going to see Scuba Clown. 100 me knows that Scuba Clown is in that side jungle. He's also going to see the Huskar Myth running around back there as well.
They
100 me has the full
might go for the
seed.
CM.
Yeah, I'm poking out a little too
Is he gonna
far.
go? He might go for the courier if he's lucky. No,
There's
he's
a
back
ward
too
behind
far up.
tower. Wonder Under Me needs to leak into this level 10 so they can get the gold per minute talent that Ogre so desperately needs if they don't get a chance to get a Midas right early.
Yeah, 1100 gold. I think he is going to be going for that Midas.
Smoke comes out on the Dire team. Team Tempest A looking to flex on Team Tempest as they are
We're
walking
looking to
towards...
flex on Team Tempus, eh?
Oh no! Don't get me started. And so here's the Moonlight Shadow with the smoke combo.
I love that
Walking
combo.
up the hill.
As soon as your smoke pops, like, okay, the enemy's near. Now we just continue walking.
So they are wrapping on the enemy's team. However, there are 4 Radiant heroes around. They're going to see Crystal Maiden first. Myth is in the middle of the lane there. The Atos goes down. Viper is going to try to slow down the Huskar as they're going to take out Caspian on the Drow, and they're going to start just walking away. They don't need to fight.
That was the pickup they needed. They didn't want that CM. That's a worthless kill. Like, you spend a Moonlight Shadow and a smoke on a CM, that doesn't feel great. But the Drow, that feels pretty good.
100%. And big shout outs to Foolishness for holding that Huskar back so he couldn't go and help his Drow companion.
I didn't manage to catch that one, but good job, Foolishness.
So the arrow's coming out here near Roche Pit. Edge is in a lot of trouble as the damage comes out here from Team Tempest A, picking up the Oracle. With a good fireball arrow lift from
That is
Hazard
a
yet
premium
forward
target.
fly.
Premium target in the team fight is getting that Oracle. That feels so good. Now you
Listen,
feel
you
safe
just
to be
went-
able to kill that. You can kill the Huskar now, because Oracle's gone.
You just went in the back, you saw what was on the shelf, you're like, you want to sell that? The owner was like, nah. But you were like, you know what, I got the cash, let me buy it. You got that Oracle.
I got the cash.
I got the cash right here, baby. And Team Tempest smoking as well. It doesn't look like they particularly need it, as Foolishness now finding themselves in a little bit of trouble. The chase is on. Myth is leading their team, and the Atos does come out. Myth hops through Atos. The spit is on the ground. The ulti is out. Myth pops his BKB. This is the BKB timing they need, as they're going to go on 100 me. Myth is waiting 2 more seconds on ultimate. 100 me. Trying to juke into this corner, get it off, and there's no way for them to stop him. 100 me is going to get out. Hopefully the fire does not take him down, as the Dire side kind of disengage after losing their Viper.
See, that's what we call a panic TP. Didn't TP to Fountain. He's like, oh god! He just clicked roughly on the map and managed to get it to the TP. Made it out though. Props to you. Props to you, 100 me.
Ashandre gonna move down to bottom here. Wait for that TP to come up.
Looks like BKB is going to be the next item for Ashandre, which is pretty good. No more Crush, although you still get bashed to the deep. And you don't have to worry about the silence anymore.
Or the magical burning spears of doom.
Oh, they invis in? That's free money.
Frostbite gonna go down to the Dire team. As Radiant, though, however, are taking the T2 here top.
Yeah. The Rubik Marana, you set him up, I'll knock him down. The floating arrow combo.
Sly has been very good on these arrows all game. Super consistent. Very fun to watch.
Yep. I'm more on the extreme ends of the bell curve for arrow hitting. I either hit the crazy clutch arrows or I miss the easiest arrows. There's no in between.
Luck versus choking, maybe? I don't know.
I think it's just all luck, actually.
This game is mostly RNG. I just want to give big props also to the Rubik. Hazard yet forward has been taking some pretty solid spells and putting them to deadly effect.
Corrosive Haze is pretty strong, especially with a Marana that's got a Maelstrom for that those zaps. Looks like they smoked Caspian Edge. Actually, it's a 5-person smoke going right into the pit.
They're thinking about it. The Marana gonna start putting damage down. There's the Corrosive Haze from outside of the pit. The rest of the team is smoked, but they're just gonna chill outside just in case somebody shows. And there's the scan out by the Dire, and here come the rotations. The arrow is out. Caspian gonna get struck by that 5-second arrow. The Rubik is super close with the Corrosive Haze. Roche doesn't go down. It goes onto the Huskar, who has almost no HP if he toggles that armlet. And unfortunately, Marana caught. Sly gonna jump up. 3 missiles gonna hit Sly, but they're gonna get away. Hazard yet forward, stealing Huskar ulti to jump into them, and then going down to the fire arrows. Foolishness gonna put down the acid pit, and there's a 5-second arrow on Edge. As now, Foolishness gonna come up, put the ulti on the Oracle. The Oracle's gonna have to use his ult. In the back line here, Frostbite going on a Chandra with Crystal Maiden, and Myth putting the damage onto Foolishness, looking for a little bit more. Chandra does have Corrosive Haze on them. Hazard yet forward, gonna hop in and take away that Aegis, and just try to walk away here. The Radiant side isn't quite done. They're looking for some extra targets. They might try to push middle now. The 2 buybacks are out on Team Tempus A.
They got some decent value out of that fight. There's only a 1k net worth lead on the side of Team Tempus, who has been farming harder. But that was a 2,000 gold swing fight.
Absolutely. Game 2 a lot closer than Game 1 as they are fighting for these obstacles, or these objectives. And looking a lot more, much better at team fighting on both sides, really. I think that
absolutely.
Their comps work a lot better.
You know, I found that in a lot of Game 2s that we've been casting, is that the teams seem to get it together more, both of them in Team 2. Like, they're warmed up. It's probably just being, like, warmed up is what it is. Like, they act as more of a cohesive unit.
Absolutely. You know what? Under pressure, we get some diamonds, right?
No doubt.
And a little bit of coal.
Are you calling them coal? I see. Alright.
Well, you know.
Well, they're not diamonds yet.
I have to play these teams, man. I don't know. So Moonlight Shadow coming out here on bottom, setting up a gank onto Frostbite, who thinks they're safe as Slaughter. Oh, and here come all the stuff, all the magic damage. Frostbite in a lot of trouble, and Frostbite is going to go down. I believe that is Dimitri, so in honor of Dimitri. Dimitri!
I hope that's Dimitri. Yeah.
Seb got a scream because he got the sweet call. Dimitri, unfortunately, you get a scream because you fell to your demise.
Yeah. Team Tempus A is saying, you know what, it's fine if we stack every single stun in the world on you at the same time. It doesn't matter that we didn't stagger them. You're going to die anyways.
We've done the calculations, and we know what we need to do. So checking net worth here, it's so close. The graph itself is like up and down, up and down.
It's actually pretty dead even for net worth. However, Team Tempus A is up about 6k experience. Dota win probability is floating around the middle as well. I can't decide either.
Thank you, Dota Plus, for updating recently. It took you a real long time, but we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. I only give 5 of my hard-earned dollars every month
to win the game. So Frostbite coming a little closer. Looking for that initiation. His team was right behind him. It's looking like both teams kind of positioning here. Chandra making great use of the space, walking around and getting these camps.
Yeah, Chandra just trying to get one more item online. What do you think next, Satanic? To fight the Huskar?
I think that would be a great item.
They actually have the same item.
Yeah, you have the BKB, so you don't really need like a 4-staff right away. Like, it would be nice like to get a Hurricane Pike up and running, but you don't need it. So Edge in a little bit of a spoof zone. They don't
Oracle
have any
smells
reveal.
the blood in the water and just walks away. Oh,
They're just. Oh,
They
and
got
there's
the
the
reveal
sentry.
now.
Edge is gonna find out way too late as the dire side grab up that Oracle.
honestly, they should probably deny that obs, because it's gonna get countered immediately.
A rough time for Oracle. However, Caspian was right there. Caspian getting away there is best case Ontario for the Team Tempest.
Yeah, absolutely. You only lost your Oracle, your lowest net worth hero. That is totally fine. What's that song by Imogen Heap when you play when people are dead in like the OC or whatever that show is?
Oh, what you say?
Yeah, what's that actually called? I want to get that loaded up for when the 5 gets just dumpstered.
I'll find that for you real quick here. As I open YouTube, right you, it autofills because I go there so often. As the dire team take bottom tower, gonna type in Imogen Heap. Ooh, what you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna load that into my stream labs here.
Feel as though if we were real-time chat could tell you, but now they're gonna tell you super late. It's hide and seek.
Hide and seek. Huskar
song.
just taking that T3, no fear.
Huskar doesn't care, it seems. Myth is like, you know what? I've got my satanic. Come and try and stop me. My status resist is through the roof. Huskar getting at the TP out. Hazard yet forward,
Fair.
moving up there, hoping to find him.
Yeah, Myth doing what he can here to try to force some pressure across the map. Going Aghanims next. Wait, what does Aghanims even do?
I believe
If
increases
Huskar
range.
is disabled during the charge, or the target moves more than 1,400 units. Oh, never mind. Increases damage dealt, reduces cooldown. That's it. Just big.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
For some reason, I thought like you were reading.
I
like,
was reading the alt text on it, not not the Aghanims effect.
That's awesome. That's actually hilarious. Do it for every time you read an Aghanims.
Just read the alt text on whatever.
If Huskar is jumping
like
through the air.
like Drow's Gust. Traxx is rather fond of the tranquility of physical combat, calling under Drow heritage to end the incantations of opposing magic.
My god. Alright, so both teams positioning on this T1 top. Trying to take the tower before they can react here on the Radiant side, but here comes Myth. He's just gonna walk up. The Dire do see Edge is gonna eat the 5-second arrow, and 100B wants to take full advantage, dropping a triple multicast on top of this poor Oracle, who is just gonna heal themselves. Moonlight Shadow does come out as they disengage. Will the Dire come back for this tower for a kill? Myth pretty far up, but I don't think he's your guy if you want to get somebody. I think you want to find that back line first. The Oracle really far up, CM as well. However, it seems the Dire side are just going to disengage and go and farm, as every second that Luna gets more money is another second towards victory.
Towards victory.
Rock on.
Yeah, so essentially this game, the lineup is much less greedy. They've got like Viper and Luna, who aren't quite nearly as greedy as Alchemist PA. So they've been able to take fights mid-game, which was the weakness last time, is that they couldn't take anything mid-game, and it just led to them getting snowballed out. But here, they're able to mount the defense.
So there is a push coming for this T3. I want to point out that everybody TP'd on the Dire side elsewhere.
Oh, they're running.
So they're going to have to do the 100-meter dash to get into the base here, as Myth is going to take this tower for free, and then move on to the Rex. The punch is coming out here. Drow using the aura so they can secure these objectives. The arrow does go out a little wide. There goes the Atos onto the Viper. The spit is going to go onto the ground. There's the multicast onto the Crystal Maiden. However, she's going to be able to back up as well. The Ogre is going to get found out by Slaughter. There's some punches coming out. Luna jumping in there, dropping the stun onto Huskar. It seems as though both teams kind of playing chicken, seeing who's going to engage first. Oh, the Ogre a little far up.
Ogre.
Might fall into the trap here, and unfortunately 100B gonna get melted under the damage of the Radiant team.
What you say?
That poor support getting caught out. Now has to, or well, they bought back right away to help defend if needed. So it wasn't a long moment of reflection.
Think about what you've done. Oh no.
All right, so the Dire side are coming back to finish what they started. They see Viper down the lane without a TP, so Viper is going to have to walk back, and I think that might cost them the racks. Very possible as Hazard yet forward and Sly. Sly getting the jump away, however, the Huskar ulti does come out. Hazard yet forward, doing the Crystal Maiden ultimate back to Scuba Clown. Scuba Clown doing the right thing. Ogre coming in from the back line, dropping a Fire Blast. The Viper is now present. Ashandre walking in with the ultimate. BKBs are going to go up on Caspian. Myth is just going to keep punching the Luna until they go down. 100 me in a lot of trouble as Myth jumps onto 100 me. Sly going to try to just hop away. Caspian teeing off on Foolishness. Foolishness being frostbitten by Scuba Cloud. Foolishness then going down. The buyback comes out on Viper. Rubik trying to distract a little bit. Ashandre just came back as well. Huskar's out in no man's land. He thinks he's invincible. He's going to go down. The rest of the Radiant team are going to have to walk back.
Myth reminds me of our mid player. You know what? I'm strong. Let me just go dive his family real quick. Oh no, there's 5 enemy heroes.
It takes a certain kind of person to play middle, and we appreciate you because you do the job that we don't want to do.
We appreciate you mid players. I could never carry that burden on my shoulders.
So the Dire side did not lose their extra racks. They lost a few buybacks there, but they held out. Do you think they're in a sticky situation here, Tad?
I honestly think that was the best possible outcome of that interaction. They kill the Huskar. TeamTempus is forced to disengage. They get more time around the map to get online. Eventually, they will have the tools to deal with Huskar, but there's really nothing that'll be able to deal with the Luna once the Luna gets really fully online.
Absolutely, Luna is going to become a menace here. A lot of positioning mistakes into that fight, I believe, as people were getting picked off left and right on both sides, leaving themselves vulnerable.
Yeah, no doubt. It's hard to keep your head in the heat of a team fight, but if you don't, then Huskar takes your head, I guess.
Huskar jumps over and is like, "What's up, gay? What are you doing?"
What's up, gay?
So Roshan is up. I believe that if I'm the Dire side, I think I let Roshan go. I don't think I'd fight for him with the buybacks down.
Well, smoke
However,
coming up.
Smokes.
Buybacks are down. See, the thing is, though, do you do it because it's a really bold play and it could win you the game if you pull it off? They're going in for the invis now.
The Radiant team are all around. The smoke is out. Corrosive
They
Haze
find
is
the drow.
there. They find Caspian, however, as Hazard yet forward is going to try to put the damage on. False Promise comes out. The TP was begun on Caspian, but Caspian is just going to walk it back as they are invis and BKB'd. Neither team losing a hero there.
Honestly, they got the BKB out of the drow and it cost them essentially nothing. It cost them Moonlight Shadow, which who cares?
Absolutely. So
It's
Drow
up in
has
like a
8
minute.
seconds left on BKB.
They're moving in for that Roshan.
Radiant team gonna go grab that Roshan. Dire still has a few, or no, they have scan ready, I believe. Yes, they do.
By the time they
Roshan's
realize
melted.
it's time to scan, the Roshan has been murdered.
Bye bye Roshan, as now the Radiant do have the Aegis. Team Tempest gonna have to likely push on to Team Tempest A. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have some Tempest on Tempest violence in the next 5 minutes.
Drow working on a Chrysalis. The bow does make nice arrows. I'll give you that, Caspian.
I do also, like, Drow is a pretty hard carry. If you protect your
You're
Drow,
right.
she is going to drop a lot of damage and compete with this Luna.
Yep.
Alright, and here comes the battle. Huskar does jump in and is going to get some stuns dropped on them. Foolishness is around. Huskar does have that Aegis. He's going to jump up to the Viper. The Dire team is going to start putting the punches on there, but there's the False Promise Huskar combo with Fries. And Huskar is going to drop the Inner Fire on top there. Frostbite continuing forward. They're going towards Fountain. They're ignoring objectives. This is where they can make some mistakes and get in a lot of trouble here. As Frostbite's going to go down to Ashandre. As Huskar's going to lose the agency to Ashandre. Edge has gone now too. Ashandre's picked up a triple kill. Myth is going to come up, but Myth is no joke. Sly still around. Invisible. Looking to put the beats on. There's the arrow. They're going to get it onto Myth, but Myth is a pretty beefy guy. Huskar not afraid to fight these characters. Ashandre not afraid to fight Myth. As Myth just keeps jumping with that Aghanim's reduced cooldown time. Slide now in with the Starfall. Caspian's just taking objectives here as Myth is trying to distract these two range heroes. And Myth is going to go down to Sly. being cocky is Chandra moving forward here. Caspian could not finish off this Rax. Unfortunately, Caspian gonna pop BKB and TP home. That is a lot of resources going to the side of Team Tempus A.
I think this is a flex. I think fountain diving there is a flex because they think they've got it so in the bag that it doesn't matter, but I disagree.
They are now in a sticky situation.
They got honey on their knees. They're in the jungle. Wildcats everywhere. Yeah, that's not great. They didn't even think about the Rax. It's like the Rax had cooties. They didn't want to touch it. It literally lost no HP in that push.
Boy, listen, I'm gonna give it to Team Tempus here. They have balls, all right. I don't know if they're just flexing on their rivals here or they're trying to force a game 3. But they need to figure out a way to finish this out because this Luna is getting huge.
Yeah, Luna's getting scary. 4K in the bank for Luna too, so that's like she has a full item whenever she wants it.
100%, and that butterfly is big damage, big attack speed.
They really need some way to go through BKB. They need an Abyssal on somebody. I don't know who's gonna pick it up, Ogre,
So
but they need it.
Queuing up Satanic. Très dangereux. As 100 me does have that Lotus Orb, which is super strong.
Do you build a Basher for Luna? Like, it's only 10%. It's no 25 like you're a melee hero. But, like, the problem, literally right now, is that they have nothing to break BKB except for Viper Strike. Like, but that doesn't really do anything, right? Like, who cares? They need to stun people with these BKBs. They have nothing for that.
You know what? I think that you stay the course of building the super hard carry. As apparently Team Tempus just wants to dive you towards your fountain. And you don't have to worry about it. But, you know what? New meta. Team Tempus now taking the bottom shrine here, realizing that they might need to take a few more objectives. Perhaps. Who knows? Team Tempus A on the defense.
Yeah, if you're Team Tempus A, you literally just sit in your fountain and Team Tempus will just come to you. Like, not in your base, in your fountain.
Alright, so both teams going back and forth. What does Dota's Plus say for win probability here?
It is 50-50 after that glorious throw.
So, still in the game, both teams battling out. Even the computer doesn't know who they want to put their money on.
Team Tempest just yeeting away their guaranteed win.
Team Tempest push it up here into the T2 top. Looking to put some pressure on with the wave.
Team Tempest A has a net worth lead now. Oh, actually, it swung back, but they had a 4K lead and they just threw it. Well, that's life sometimes. Sometimes you throw your money away.
Listen, this is why we love Dota. You know what? Mistakes get made, and the game drastically swings one way or another, right?
Yep.
So Huskar gonna eat some stuns, eat some tower hits. Scuba Clown coming in here, dropping the Crystal Nova. Scuba Clown's gonna get lifted undertowered by Hazard yet forward, moving them towards the Huskar, hoping to get a stun out. However, Huskar's gonna drop the tower. Caspian gonna drop the tower in tandem, almost as if it's planned. Moonlight Shadow is out. The BKBs are popped on all 3 heroes. Frostbite dropping the stuns onto Sly, not letting them get away for their transgressions of touching Caspian here. Frostbite gonna punch down this Rax. Smith working on middle here, trying to force the Dire side to either pick bottom or middle, and in jumps Smith on top of the Ogre, dropping them quickly. Scuba Clown helping with the ultimate. Ashandre is gonna have to pop BKB as they go in to try and defend this. Ashandre pops ultimate, putting the beats onto Caspian. False Promise is gonna come out from the Oracle. They're gonna continue on to Oracle, dropping him. However, Oracle did his job. He saved the President. Get down, Mr. President.
Meanwhile, Radiant mid-Rax went down.
Oh wow, and Ashandre in a little bit of trouble there as Myth jumps on him. By a little bit, I mean a lot. Foolishness getting caught after Ashandre, and Myth is going to continue through. Mid-Rax went down there for the Radiant. However, I don't think they really care as they're looking to close out the game in the next few seconds here. Huskar sitting with almost no health. In goes the Rubik. He drops the freezing field, taking out the Slardar, and Myth is going to jump into Ashandre, who will drop Myth.
What a freezing field coming up from Hazard yet forward. Oh my lord!
My God.
They've got 4 buybacks here, so they are good to defend. They have a single Rax holding on the side of Team Tempus A. Luna managed to snipe that Rax mid, but unfortunately it cost them a lot.
Double damage is top power, and they're not going to, or they might see it. Somebody's saying you might want to grab that.
No.
I want to point out that the grabbing the freezing field on Rubik, super easy to get, guaranteed magic damage. And with your arcane supremacy, like it does an insane amount of damage to have that go off.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Looks like they're going to grab that Rax. They might go for more. They're really trying to hold these buybacks here on the side of Team Tempus. They're going for T4s though. They got to do it. They got to buy back. There they are.
The TPs are coming in. Foolish is going to try to TP out in time. Luckily, they get away as the Radiant side are going to now move forward. Frostbite hunting.
Dimitri, just on the hunt. They can't be gone. They can't be. Dimitri.
So now, Team Tempest looking to put the push on middle here, it seems. Buybacks are down on most of them.
Roshan up in 6 seconds. A third Roche pretty much seals the game for Team Tempus. What's he gonna have? Is he gonna have the refresher shard? Mirana Illusion immediately spotting out the Roche. He's got the Aghanim's Blessing.
So they know what's going on.
Myth wasting no time. Can they flex?
Honestly, it's so much damage.
It's so.
They're very close.
Oh, hit Roshan.
It is around. However, Roche is going to go down. Myth grabbing that Aegis of the Immortal. Huskar ain't afraid to play now. Low health battles coming up here.
Drow Ranger with the Aghanim's Blessing.
So we do have some bouncy arrows. Drow just became a Luna with 1 item.
And the haste rune top. Alright, this is gonna be it. This is the battle. Let's check buyback status. We have a buyback only on Rubik and Oracle. That is it. Oh, and Ogre just got his buyback.
Alright, as we're moving up here, we're looking at likely what could be the decisive fight of this series.
Yeah, now
whether we go to game 3 or not.
The real question is, do they dive the fountain and ignore the objectives?
Listen, it's hard to pick just one.
It's true. You get that bloodlust in you. From the Ogre, of course.
Myth just walking top here. Gonna casually flex on top of this melee Rax. The ulti comes out middle from Ashandre as they're putting the beats on Frostbite, forcing out the False Promise. Myth is going to jump onto the Viper up here. The spit is on the ground, and down goes Myth. Foolishness eated some Drow arrows, however. Foolishness going to go down. That is a dieback. The Drow is now going to put the beats on top of the Rax. The arrow does come out. It's going to miss. Myth taking a lot of hits here. Myth at very low HP. Going to hop onto Ashandre. Try to put the beats down, but he's going to go down to Ashandre's punches. Up goes the CM. From Hazard yet forward. They're going to drop that CM. They're going to drop the Drow. Hazard yet forward. Going to ulti. Take out Edge. Frostbite going to try to just get away here.
They're doing it. Team Tempus A is doing it.
They are doing it now. So Team Tempus A likely going to just push down the middle lane. There are 2 more buybacks on the side of Team Tempest.
They need the Huskar to be back though. He's the fighting force. Drow does damage, but Huskar can sustain himself in a fight. Drow has no sustain.
100%. And they have 1 more rack still to pick up here.
Drow has the cheese. Was that a tactical saving of the cheese? For a little gem action on the ground?
Not too sure.
Looks like Ogre Rubik both staying back to defend, so this is going to make the fight a bit tough if we get both buybacks. Oh, Rubik TPing in with the BOTs. And there go the buybacks.
Alright, so a 3-on-3. Ashandre gonna put the glaives on top of the tower. Drow gonna try to clear out these creeps here. However, the glaives are bouncing back. The fort is gonna come out. They're gonna have to intervene. And up goes Frostbite. Frostbite in a little bit of trouble. They're okay, however. The Drow is coming in here, putting the bees on top of Sly. Ashandre hoping to get that T4. 1 T4 left. And here comes the Luna to take it. Ogre's now going to be able to join the battle as Team Tempest A are going to just focus the Ancient. Sly trying to put the beats down. Frostbite's going to go down, trying to take them out. The core is just focusing The Ancient doing the right thing here as Caspian comes in and tries to drop the damage, and we're going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof,
Team
that
Tempus
was-
A pulling out the win.
At the end of the game, Dota Plus predictor still did not know who was going to win. 51%.
Wow. And that's just a testament to how much of a fire gets lit under your butt after you lose game 1.
Yeah.
Team Tempus A not giving up the fight. Going to support of the game. Oh, jeez,
Yeah.
there's so many.
I don't want to give it to
There's
Hazard yet
so-
forward again, but those freezing field steals were ludicrous. I mean, not that it's hard to steal freezing field, but he used it very well.
He did use it very effectively. You know what, for me, it's edgy this round.
Edge, yeah, I'll give it to Edge. False
or
Promise,
Edge, not Edge.
super clutch timings on False Promise, keeping Huskar alive and able to just decimate his enemies. Well played.
Well played, both teams.
All right, so we'll be going into Game 3. We will see you here then. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tidehunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tidehunter. You're not like another. Sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tidehunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tidehunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tidehunter. You're not like another. Sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tidehunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tidehunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. 3 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tidehunter. You're not like another. Sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tidehunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that booty out. Belay that last order. I'll save this for another day. Bootylicious. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tide Hunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tide Hunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tide Hunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lowered the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed. If the demons of the cataract couldn't sink my fleet, then this lot doesn't stand a chance. Ha ha ha! I haven't seen such a pack of tree weasels since we rousted the Trembling Isles free of all the tree weasels. Look sharp, splay that booty out, 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 splay that.
Radiant Team's turn to ban. Dire Team's turn to ban. Radiant Team ban.
Alright, welcome to We Like Dota League 2019 Game 3 Team Tempus A versus Team Tempest.
Let's go.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see?
I want to see Myth fountain diving at 10 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. I want their mid to just be behind the T3, just diving.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, so get to a little
5
bit.
seconds remaining.
We saw some decent throws. We saw some decent wins. And you know what? It makes for a solid narrative as we move into Game 3 in the upper bracket here.
Dire Team
Game 3
ban.
down to the wire.
Radiant
Team
Team's turn to
Tempest
ban.
versus their Canadian counterparts. It's come down to this.
It's come down to this, as Slark and Pudge are banned out for Team Tempest City.
And Clockwork banned as well, making me kind of sad. I love watching Clockwork in games, especially since they patched him recently. He's a little bit stronger, kind of put him back in the game.
10 seconds
Hashtag remove the hook.
Remove the yeah, just remove the
Turn to
hook.
ban.
Night Stalker ban, yeah, makes sense. Broken Hero. I was called out earlier by one of the players for playing Night Stalker. Everybody plays Night Stalker. You can't call me out for playing Night Stalker.
It's in, alright?
Anyways, it really hurt my feelings and I had to go get a bourbon.
It's not the spirit of this league, so we should reevaluate how we're treating our members. Alright, so Windranger ban out. Good ban. Get rid of that flex pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Looking for a lot of action this game. You know what?
Turn to pick.
A three game series takes a lot of the players. It takes a lot of the casters as well, and it tends to slow down gameplay. I want to see some fast Dota.
Game 3 is more about tenacity, even more so in a Game 5. It's like, do you still have the mental bank and the mental capacity to like play at 100%? Because it's tough to play at 100% for more than an hour. Like one game playing at full tilt
10 seconds remaining.
just takes it out of you. So at Game 3, you're drained.
100%. And you know what? I feel like it's an anime like trope thing that like would be in a sports anime. It's like TeamTempus just lost game 2, so they're at a disadvantage moving into game 3. But they do have to climb over that mental barrier of we just lost, and now we're in a game that we didn't necessarily
right now,
need to be in.
In their Discord, they're like, guys, we could have won that game. Why do we we could have won that game? Why do we do that? So they're probably starting off on like a mental back foot here. Just from, I mean, if I'm Team Tempest, I'm a little tilted after that game.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm sure our boys on Team Tempest have more mental fortitude than I do, but I personally would be tilted.
Radiant teams turn to pick.
We're looking for some spice here.
We're seeing
Slardar.
Again, the Undying Slardar. Wait, yeah, this is they ran this draft in game 1.
Yes, they did. They're gonna try the strat once again. See if they can make it come to fruition.
Now, the first time they tried it, they were up against a gyrocopter, and what was the 3 on the side of Team Tempest? It was like a position 4 gyro and a 3 Mirana? I don't remember.
Let me just check.
Pull it up for me. Because they probably don't want to run that 4 gyro again. That did not really work out for them.
Dota buff. Again, if there's any kills, anything you want to see that we missed with the camera, you can always go to Dota Buff in any game, not just this one. Look up the series with We Like Dota, and you can find the replay code there.
Also, if you don't like my observing, you can DM me, and I will ignore it.
As it is written.
Can't tell me nothing.
Alright, so in game 1, it was... Oh no, it was Undying Slardar on the Team Tempest side.
And it is again.
Yes, they're running it once again. Pretty strong combo, both
now,
big
it was
BB
Gyro,
boys.
and who was in the offlane with Gyro?
Gyro was in the offlane with Magnus.
Yeah, and I thought they should have swapped roles to do a Magnus 4 Gyro 3, but they need a stronger lane if they want to contest this Slardar Undying. Magnus Gyro did not cut it.
A war of supports. A war of support. You do need to dominate your lanes. It helps you move it into the later game. It's needless to say, if you are dominant early, you will be dominant mid, and hopefully it translates to dominant late. LC being banned out here for Team Tempest A. They don't want to see our dually lady.
Really, the LC ban, huh?
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright.
5 seconds remaining.
We're burning that time.
Huskar's off the table because Huskar was annoying. Slark is off the table because proven to be super annoying.
I like how they're just slowly banning every hero that Myth has played. They're like, can we just ban Myth? Can we just remove him from the game? It'd be a lot easier.
Radiant teams turn to pick.
They go for the coddle.
Keeper of the Light back on the side of Team Tempest here.
I think Team Tempest A had him in the first game, actually.
They did,
That
yes.
said, Tombstone and Will-O-Wisp is a stupid combination. You drop the tombstone, and then you put like the shining angel on top of the
10
Christmas
seconds
tree,
remaining.
and then you just get 600 zombies on the enemy team.
5
I
seconds
mean, you have the
remaining.
cast of Thriller all of a sudden. Your heroes.
The entire cast of Thriller shows up on your
Dire
heroes.
team's turn to pick.
Yes!
Finally.
Alrighty, here we
Invoker.
go.
Alright, yes, this hero has the ability to deal with all these heroes, because Invoker has the ability to deal with everybody.
100%.
Do you think we're going to see Quas Wax Invoker or Exhort?
I think this is a 4 Invoker.
Honestly, given its
Radiant
third pick
team's
position,
turn to
you're
pick.
probably right. Nobody flexes a mid Invoker in third pick.
Weaver coming out here on the side of Team Tempest.
That's for Caspian, probably, right? Caspian played Weaver in game 1.
Yes, last
Super
time.
dominant. Really good Weaver play. They need an answer to it, like a good answer on the side of Team Tempest. Whether that's a Bounty Hunter, although there's really no space for
10
Bounty Hunter
seconds
on your team.
remaining.
I'm excited to see Earthshaker, to be perfectly
5
honest.
seconds remaining.
I always love Earthshaker. I hope he's got the
Earthshaker is
Arcana. If
exciting
you
hero.
don't have the Arcana, and with 500 Echo Slams, just do not play Earthshaker. I don't want to see it.
Fun fact, Tad has the 500 Echo Slams needed to have the Red Arcana.
I fought, and my sweat and blood went into that hero to get those 500 Echo Slams.
That is a big quest, like, with no returns during it.
No
so
returns.
get on-
That said, I learned to play Earthshaker in every position. So, I mean, I learned something.
There you go. Luna being picked up by Team Tempest. It worked well for them last game. Why not do it again?
Yep, they really managed to find the
10
space last game.
seconds remaining.
It's all about not going too greedy, because Team Tempest has shown that they're able to take advantage of
5
mid and
seconds
early
left.
game momentum
Don't freeze
to
up.
just snowball really hard. So if you go for a really greedy
Radiant
lineup,
team
they're going to
ban.
roll you over. But
100%.
with the carries that do have the capability to fight mid game, Invoker and Luna, then they're in a better position to be able to not get tripped up so much when Team Tempest starts rolling with their murder squad of Slardar, Undying, Weaver.
So Viper
10
gets
seconds
out
remaining.
here. I think. What is
5
Team Tempest
seconds
gonna go here?
remaining.
They're looking to pick up something with an aura for mid, maybe, or is it just a respect ban on the Viper?
I think it's just a respect ban on the Viper. I actually can't banning Viper just for the break means you have a very specific mid, like you want a mid Timber or something. Maybe
Boy,
I would love. Can we please pick a mid Timber, because I would love that, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
always a beautiful pick. Burning out that reserve time. Thinking about the ban here. I think that Viper ban has Team trying to figure out what aura hero. I
Yeah,
hope not.
they're playing a game of Clue, trying to figure out which mid with which weapon in which
It's
room,
about-
and do they want? Well, it wasn't Viper in the dining room with a hammer.
Ban out.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
You need to protect Luna here.
Shadow
SF is an interesting
Fiend
ban.
I haven't seen this hero in about 19 patches. Has been essentially deleted from the game, so they must know something I don't.
Him and Night Stalker
Dire
just switch
team's turn to
places.
pick.
Naga! Oh, I love it. And so the Earthshaker ban, maybe a preemptive ban, the Earthshaker pick, a preemptive pick to make sure that you can't get it picked against you. Interesting. I'm really stoked to see this Naga. Where is she going? Is that an offlane Naga? Or is that offlane Luna? Probably offlane Luna,
5
right?
seconds remaining.
No, neither of them. It'll be offlane or
5
Invoker.
seconds remaining.
Crystal made it 5. Luna
right.
middle. Naga.
Well, I guess it depends on who they have mid here, who their mid pick is. They could swap either Naga or Luna to mid.
That's just my best guess. They could be not doing that at all.
And they've got the Shaker, so they can't even pick Phantom Lancer. Yeah, actually, Luna Shaker means that you just cannot pick Phantom Lancer. You can't pick them. So
Yeah.
they're left with very few counters left to Naga. You can go Gyro Diffusal. That's proven to be effective.
I think they might have to go something more carry unless they're looking to fight early. In which case, they can rock an AoE like damage dealer middle.
I think even if they roll the early game with this lineup, they have the tools to stop a push long enough with like Fisher, Tornado, a Meteor, that they can't, even if they manage to get a bunch of kills, they won't be able to push objectives. They go for the gyro.
Hero.
How many points do I get for correctly predicting that pick?
You get 3 points.
Alright, I'll tally that. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for, or what the scale is, but I'll take them.
I think it means that the administrators have to buy you an Arcana.
Okay, you heard that, administrators, if you're watching.
We like take care of my boy.
I recently sold all my Dota 2 cosmetics, so I am naked and I need cosmetics. Please send them to me.
Don't give him anything. He'll sell it again. He'll
I'll
do
just
it.
sell it immediately.
Oh wow, this cosmetics battle is a lot
Oh,
closer
this
than
is
all
lit.
the other ones.
Oh yeah, we got the Shaker Arcana. We got the, like, Gandalf Coddle? What is that? That's baller.
Did they change their dudes? They changed around their looks. They did.
Yeah,
I know
Edge
it.
changed which skin they were using.
Listen, improvise, adapt, overcome. I give it to
Overcome.
TeamTempus because Edge took our notes and fixed it.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely correct. Weird. That's weird. Did you notice that Slardar and Undying look to the right at the exact same time? They both like turn their head like they're looking at something. That was weird. Spooky.
They hear us.
Well, Illuminati confirmed.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Alright. So, Earthshaker being highlighted here. Looking
16
good.
commends in 25 matches. Is that good or bad?
That's pretty good.
I never get commended, man.
Be a nice person.
No. As I espoused in previous games, it's everyone else's responsibility to be nice to me.
Fair. Alright, so while we're paused, let me do some intros on some heroes here. We got 100 Me on the Earthshaker. We have Hazard Yet Forward on the Crystal Maiden. We got Sly rocking that 4 Invoker, or maybe a 3 Invoker, who knows. We got Foolishness rocking the Naga Siren, and then a Chandra bringing it back with the Luna. Here comes the sequel. Alright? On the Dire...
Electric Boogaloo.
On the Dire side, we got Myth rocking that gyrocopter mid. We're going to see some Thompson level performance from Myth here. We got Caspian on the invisible rewindy bug known as Weaver. We have Scuba Clown on Coddle, or Keeper of the Light.
He's going to keep that light.
You won't keep it. Frostbite bringing in the redemption for his Slardar. He wants it. He's going to get it. And we got Edge rocking that Undying.
With a brand
changed
new
up
skin.
his couture. Appreciate it.
Couture. High Parisian couture coming out.
Alright, so it looks Dire is going to flex on bottom. Everybody seems to be splitting up into the lanes. It's going to be a Naga on middle, which is actually pretty exciting. I haven't seen that.
Called it.
Well, we'll see how that stacks up against Gyrocopter. That's actually a pretty scary matchup, I think, for the Naga.
Yeah, I think, although with the illusions, you really split the Rocket Barrage damage, right? I might have even considered putting Weaver in the mid there instead. Then again, I am a 3K dumpster player, so I don't know anything.
So 3 runes going the way of the Dire, 1 going the way of the Radiant.
So what lane do you think we have high action in? I'm feeling safe lane for the Radiant side, bottom lane. That Luna CM combo has a lot of nuke potential.
Definitely 100%.
We have Lucid Beam leveled up, and we have a Crystal Nova leveled up.
Oh. Alright, so they're looking to be a little harassy a little early. Coddle, though.
Blast him!
Those illuminates just to annoy everyone. A lot of fighting to be had in all of these lanes as their harass is going to go out everywhere. I think that Myth versus Foolishness middle is also going to be a high action lane.
The Naga has to be really careful in this lane. If you get caught without illusions up and you get Rocket Barrage, you're in trouble.
100%. Hazard yet forward, and Chandra just getting their hits under tower. They're gonna see the Coddle. Force CM taking a lot of damage here. Gonna contest Mr. Coddle. All the lanes just fighting it out. Casually battling here.
Now, nobody wins.
Just a little poking. Static farming for the most part.
So looking around at all these lanes, Naga's having a little bit of a time here trying to get the last hits out from underneath Gyrocopter. Or you know what, they're pretty close.
Actually, yeah, very close. 6-0 to 6-3. Naga holding her own.
Using those illusions to full effect to guarantee some good old-fashioned last hits. Up top here, 100 Mia's taken a decent amount of harass. Sly now going to put the Undying up. There's the stun. Take away the mana.
He's stun into EMP.
Undying can't cast if Undying ain't got the stuff. Naga going to rotate top for this double damage. Let the illusions kind of auto-attack the wave. A little dangerous game, but that's okay.
Good mid positioning and mid play by Foolishness, pushing the wave up when 2-minute comes, so you don't have to really worry about last hitting.
100% up top here. 100 me in a little bit of trouble as the Weaver's Caspian's gonna put some beats on him. Fly just kind of in the background, making sure his boy's all right. Foolishness going on middle here. Myth making some plays. Foolishness is gonna pop illusions and be able to walk away, as Myth did drop the barrage just for a moment there.
Bomb coming out.
Ooh, Foolishness gonna try to just back up here. Barrage is up. Foolishness kind of staying near creeps, moving towards the tower here. The Myth is on top of Foolishness. The tower doing a lot of damage here. Does Foolishness to turn around? Nope. Myth is gonna take a few tower hits here.
Just shooting dust with that rocket barrage. Hits nothing, unfortunately.
Unafraid. Lots of action in all the lanes. Low kill count this time, however. For both. Scuba Clown does pick up some wards there bottom. But looking at last hits here, Caspian is currently in the lead. However, 100 me and Ashandre and Foolishness all right behind, very close.
There's that bash. Are we gonna see
Ashandre
the
in
light?
a lot of trouble. In comes the Illuminate. All of a sudden,
Oof.
it's Illuminate, right? I'm not crazy.
Illuminate,
I
it
didn't
is.
check. It is Illuminate. Okay, perfect. Ashandre now illuminated in a little bit of trouble.
I was gonna say that what they need on the side of the Radiant is a ward up here, so they can see the Coddle doing this. But Coddle's already thought of that and has placed a Sentry ward here. Is totally ready for that eventuality.
Yeah. The Radiant did have a ward there actually, and Coddle managed to ward it. Yeah. Ashandre in a lot of trouble here. No health. It looks as though they've chosen to walk back, leaving poor CM.
The walk of shame.
Yeah, the lane is going to push up. Slardar, however, going to get free range of the lane for a few minutes, or for at least a minute here. Foolishness getting last hits middle. Gyro finds the regen, which is the worst rune to see if you're the mid player. And
This
in
is
comes
rough.
Gyro. Barrage coming out. Foolishness going to use the illusions, however, it's not enough as Flat Cannon is leveled.
Oh yeah, clutch leveling Flat Cannon to counter the
Oh no, and
counter
top.
the Naga.
Edge getting punched a little bit here. Caspian gonna come and help his brother out. Fly gonna go invis to walk it out to grab the runes. And it looks like runes are gonna go the way of 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2.
However, Ashandre in a little bit of the spook zone. Scuba Cloud throwing the Illuminate out the side. What a flex. Ashandre gonna juke. One way. Left, right, breaking Slaughter's ankles. Frostbite doesn't know what to do. He's like, beautiful.
So, add to the list of soundtracks I need to my stream, the Benny Hill juking music. Or the Diddy Kong Racing. That's another option.
I like Diddy Kong.
We'll go with Diddy Kong.
Definitely.
Okay, next cast that happens, I'm having all these sound effects.
Alright, so looking at all these lanes here, they're all going back and forth. It is 1-1 on the scoreboard. We're at about 6 minutes now.
Shaker has money for his mana boots. Who wants them? The Shaker's doing pretty okay farm-wise. For being a pause 3 Earthshaker running up against a Weaver Undying.
100%. I think. Oh, the pings are coming out.
Illuminate detected and safely dodged.
Gooba Clown is clowning around in the side here. Chandra just trying to. Here comes Frostbite. The sprint is up. They are flexing. They can be seen. It looks like Chandra is just gonna back it up here.
Yeah, I'm loving.
Uh-oh. Battle on Bounty up top.
I'm
Oh,
loving.
never mind. It's over.
Yeah, there's a TP out from 100 me, making it safe back home. I'm loving the warding out of Scuba Clown. Like this behind T1 ward is insanely high value.
Definitely spicy. Using the trees to definitely make that space. Slaughter just gonna try to sprint away here. Scuba Clown is charging up another Illuminate that's gonna just touch Ashendray.
Very nice play by the Coddle, just keeping the harass up, making sure that Chandra can't get in and get that easy farm, making it hard for him. Oh no. Well,
Chandra in a lot of trouble.
We have a hasted Slardar coming in.
They don't see the. Oh, now they see the Luna. Luna's gonna go under tower. Slardar's not gonna care, however. The punch comes out. The Illuminate goes out next, and poor Luna's gonna get melted.
Poor Chandra took one Illuminates too many. And the tips coming out. Friendly tips though, not BM tips. Tipping the Slardar.
And in middle, Foolishness in a lot of trouble. She's gonna split here as Smith is gonna drop the call down. Foolishness does not have the song. One more wand charges. Tower teeing off on top of the gyro. Foolishness trying to move towards Shrine here. Gyro just gonna look around. Say, oh no, she didn't juke over here. And likely continue to the Shrine as well. Oh wow.
This is a
okay.
bold play.
The nightmare is not over. Myth comes in with the barrage. Foolishness trying to fight back. Anybody can TP just trying to help their boy out. And unfortunately, Foolishness is going to go down to Gyro.
Yeah. Sometimes the TPs just come in a little bit too late. They might have been able to turn that if they'd gotten like Invoker CM to both TP to Shrine. But honestly, sometimes it's not worth the double rotation, right?
Yeah,
like
down
you're better
bottom
off
here.
Getting your Earthshaker closer to his blink. If mid dies, mid dies.
100%. I definitely agree with that. Poor Foolishness, living in a horror movie.
Yeah, Gyro is a pretty solid counter to to Naga.
Caspian farming pretty well. Has 2 Wraith Bands, full boots, making their way towards the Dragonlance.
Yep, pretty good timing. 9 minutes for full boots, 2 Wraith Bands is pretty solid. Definitely getting his farm up here. Gyro and Weaver are leading network charts, but Naga not too far behind. Same with Earthshaker.
They're going to spot out 100 me up here. 100 me is going to be able to drop their stuns. The TP does come out. There's the tornado. 100 me tries to jump out, but Edge drops the final punch, and Sly is now going to try to walk away. Goes invis. No reveal on the side of the Dire.
Yeah, unfortunately,
down bottom.
Died alone. Died alone in the fountain.
Rip in peace. Lots of action all over the map. 4 kills going the way of TeamTempus now to the 1 on TeamTempus A.
I gotta say, this game is a lot more slow paced. The teams, now that we're in game 3, playing quite cautious.
They know that it's all on the line now. Either they go to the quarterfinals or they go down to the lower bracket where dreams go to shatter.
We don't have level 6 on Luna yet. This is dangerous. 10-minute runes come up. Hazardy at forward, managing to sneak that one in. A cheeky rune next to a Slardar that could murder you.
Finders, keepers.
2 and 2 again for the runes.
Lots of slowness going on here.
Oh, my apologies. 3 for TeamTempus A, actually. 3-1.
That's value. Hazard yet forward, it's gonna get caught out here. The stun comes out, the full Illuminate melts most of that health. Hazard forward A, popping the ultimate. Oh my gosh, that armor doing work. She is gonna go, or they are gonna go down there as the Chandra comes in to put the beats on Scuba Clown.
It just wasn't quite enough damage. If Luna had any mana at all in that fight, that was a kill. Unfortunately, just not enough to cast that Lucent Beam.
Myth prioritizing taking this T1 middle here as Naga has kind of been forced to go to jungle to get that farm.
Looks like Aghanim's first item lined up for Myth. Phase Boots, double Wraithband directly into Aghanim's, and halfway there already, so very good farm on mid at the moment. Shaker's got
Good
his
item.
boots up, and he's halfway to blink, if that is indeed his plan. At this point, with this level of farm on Shaker, I think you do go the blink. If Lang went a bit better, you might have been able to skip it and go straight Aghanims, but that is not this game. Well done.
Yeah.
While I was busy pontificating, Scuba Clown went down.
Yeah, they caught all out of position, pulled him off his horse, beat him like the wizard he is.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Hey, would you mind coming down from your horse just real quick? No reason. Hop on down.
Let's just go to the station to talk about this.
Yeah, so the game going back and forth. Last hit chart, Naga has taken the lead away from the gyrocopter by 10 here. So they need to keep eyes on Naga at the very least. Another hero like Alchemist.
The CM is out farming the Invoker at the moment, actually. Pretty interesting. Let's have a look at the net worth charts. CM at the bottom, but outlasting the Invoker. More net worth on the Invoker, though. Quite interesting.
Oh yeah. There's been a lot of action up top. 100Me and Sly have been able to grab some kills using this 4 Invoker Earthshaker combo. Being a I don't want to say it's a resurgence. I don't think it ever was a thing. But, oh, down bottom here. They're going to drop the Will-O-Wisp, pulling Hazard yet forward. Corrosive Haze does come out. The Illuminate isn't going to connect. However, there's the reverse ulti on Ashanabri, and Sly is going to show up to give a little helping hand.
And take that last hit. Oh yeah, Sly, you get that money. Get paid, baby.
Gyro did come down, however, they're just going to back up after they see the Invoker rotate. There are 4 heroes now down here for the Radiant side. Caspian's going to just use the space to farm up a little bit, which I think is great.
Working on that Desolator.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 4 Invokers played lately, and I think that's a good role for the hero. I think that Invokers always had a lot of utility, and it's just rarely used.
I agree, and the problem is that, like, since Invoker is so complicated, people think that he's just got to go mid because he has 10 spells. You got to get him his levels to get him all his spells, and he's also a high skill cap hero, and generally people who are mechanically highly skilled enjoy playing mid, which is probably why you see a lot of mid Invoker, but extremely effective in the 4 position once you master, being able to invoke.
Absolutely. Well, teams, definitely a much slower paced game. It seems as though they are kind of still in laning phase. The Gyro has vacated mid as well as the Naga. However, the lanes have stayed kind of static.
Yeah, they're both content to just farm out their cores. Is that more advantageous to the Weaver or the Luna in this scenario?
I have no clue. I haven't seen enough Weaver in this patch.
I haven't seen enough core Weaver? Yeah, I can agree with that. That said, if we're going by net worth, Weaver is up about $700 on the Luna. Well, it looks like they might be seeing some action bottom with Gyro rotating down. They're going in for it, behind 2-1.
Coddle gonna spot out the Luna. There's the blind. Luna just hanging out here. Gyro does drop the rocket. However, CM comes in with the huge ultimate. Will-O-Wisp is dropped. Flat Cannon is going off. Tower gonna help take out that Gyro. Destroy the missile! Alright.
Solid rotations on time of TeamTempus. They went 1 for 2 and they lost their 5. They're like, that is a premium trade.
Huge teamwork play.
However, Caspian looked like he's going to cheekily steal that rune. Yep. He knows he's safe.
So cheeky.
So cheeky.
This guy and them cheeks.
Also, spicy tread toggles on a Weaver for Shikuchiing. I've actually never seen a Weaver tread toggle every time he wants to Shikuchi, but high efficiency.
Amazing, amazing. Caspian does have the Deso up, which is going to allow him to melt a lot of the people on the side.
100% does not have the Deso up, at least as far
They're
as
like queued up. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, am I like watching a replay that I'm 5 minutes behind? But he's
Divine
like
Rapier
2K
on
gold.
the Crystal Maiden.
Excuse me, what the F?
So Chandra getting a nice little heal here from Invoker off that Erd. All those charges.
Frostbite
Invoker is
hunting.
around it if Chandra does need help. Invoker gonna find out. Scuba Clown. The punches are coming out. Invoker with the big hands, though.
This?
Scuba Clown not sure where to walk. Is this a core Invoker?
Is this a mid Invoker? Excuse me. What just happened here?
Beautiful skills from Sly. Rocking that Tornado, EMP, and Cold Snap combo.
Way to press buttons, Sly. Proud of you.
You done rocked it, son. Alright.
You killed an old man riding a horse. Hope you're proud.
So the Luna does have a Yasha finish. It's on the way to Luna.
Dire's bottom tower is being
And Earthshaker has the blink up.
Yep, that's a pretty decent time. It's like okay timing for a 3-position shaker. What really matters is like with the first Echo Slam after this blink reveal. If it's a waste, then it's really hard to snowball. But if you get a 3-person Echo and get a couple kills, then you immediately get that point booster and go right in eggs.
So 6-6. TeamTempus versus TeamTempus, a game 3 of this series. Loser goes to the lower bracket. Winner goes to the quarterfinals.
Do we know who they face in lower bracket if they do like the losers? Not that they're losers, but the loser of the game.
Whomever is the loser.
Whoever
will be
loses.
facing.
So this is Series D. Will face the winner of Watermelon versus Predators, and I'm not sure how that series went.
Or if it has happened yet?
Or if it has happened yet.
It's probably happened. So I could take a peek, yeah. Alright, as the game is a little quiet, we're going to take a peek here and see who won that match between Watermelon Radio and Predators.
In the meantime, I'm just going to do an update on the various hero items. See, I'm finally getting those green boots up. Very high value. You've got this full Spirit Vessel on a support Invoker at the moment. Down bottom, the Chandra going to get found by the Slardar Undying combo and just quickly deleted from the game. Yeah, and that's the problem with that combo, is they can burst out so much damage. And if you start kind of getting away, they can just drop Tombstone and kill you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Up top, Nagasong coming in on the Weaver, unfortunately. Weaver just going to be able to Shikuchi away, pretend like it never happened. Is that a Diffusal? Diffusal up on the Naga, catching the Weaver. Slaughter, Undying, both rotating top. Big Echo Slam, 3-person coming down, followed by the Enchant Totem. A lot of damage coming out. They bring down the Undying. Foolishness' damage with the Diffusal is enough to bring him down. Gyro, however, not backing down, just firing that flat cannon. Ray of Foolishness takes him down. CM ulti comes in, takes out the Slardar? Yeah, takes out the Slardar along with the Chandra. The Chandra is just cleaning up here. Gyro ult comes in, but it's too little too late as the Chandra walks forward towards the low mana Caspian. Shikushi, just enough mana for Shikushi. You're going to be able to make it away. Very close fight. Oh, thank God you're back. I can't cast fights, Juve. I don't have the breath. I don't have the lung capacity.
You done good. So I think I've gone to the well and found out that Watermelon Radio did win versus Predators.
Right. So Watermelon Radio will be facing the loser of this series. So Watermelon Radio, prepare yourselves because both these teams are quite scary.
They're both spooky boys.
Spooky boys.
Undying has been on both, I think. Scary guy.
You want to hear something spooky?
Go for it.
Right now, there is a spooky skeleton inside of you.
Get the fuck out of here, man. It's not funny.
It's not funny, man. It's not funny. Why would you say something like that?
Alright, so 2 Bounty Runes going the way of the radio. This is why games can't be late at night, guys. This is what I'm
not gonna lie, this is my 3rd bourbon. We're getting in deep. It's past midnight in EST time zone.
Oh no. Okay. So CM in a dangerous spot up top here. Caspian looking for the kill. The bug is going to keep the vision going. Chandra tries to show up, tries to take the bug off, but Caspian's going to just go and put that tickle in there. Caspian going to rewind and get out of dodge.
Blink Dagger up on the Slardar, so we should be looking for some big fights coming out. They really need to rally around the Slardar and pick up the high value kills.
Oh, Foolishness picking up Edge in middle. Yeah. Myth just kind of hanging out, looking for an opportunity to get somebody. The tomb is still there, still $100 sitting on the ground.
Here's the problem with going Aghanims first on a Gyrocopter is that you kind of want more damage. Like, yeah, you have an extra gunner, but if your attacks don't do anything, it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. Foolishness able to take out the Scuba Cloud. As on middle here, they do see the Invoker. Frostbite thinking of going in. Foolishness on top of the Gyro. Foolishness not going to be able to sing.
But the Illusions get it.
And the Illusions do pick up Myth. The rest of the Radiant team going to be chased down here by the Slaughter. The Blink is up on top of Invoker. Frostbite about to put the beats down. Caspian removing the armor as well. Sly is going to go down to that armor combo. Hazard Yet Forward trying to walk away. The Weaver trying to put the damage down. And Hazard Yet Forward going to be able to escape. Yeah, that Desolator Corrosive Haze combo. Woo!
Yeah, that hurts. We need an AC up pronto on Luna.
110%. So Coddle's finishing out a Force Staff, which is pretty janky. If you get really good with the Will-O-Wisp and the Force Staff, oh.
Also, nothing feels quite as good as force staffing an enemy hero down from their T3 into your team, because they forget you have a force staff, and you just whoop.
So Earthshaker looking to set up here, looking to initiate for his team. 3 of the Dire Side are going to go out here bottom. Earthshaker is going to just go towards middle, get the farm, I guess. Help Chandra pick it up.
Honestly, Earthshaker cooking $2,800 in the bank. That's most of an Aghanim's.
Hazard Yet Forward in a dangerous spot here. Going to try to walk away from Caspian. Frostbite is around. There goes the crush. However, the rest of the team is not there as Sly's going to toss them up. Throws down the EMP. The Fissure does come out. Frostbite has no mana. Earthshaker's not going to be able to follow up as the sprint is up. Invoker going to pop the Invis. Out goes the Illuminate. Not really touching anybody. I think healing a little bit. The Rocket comes out, bashes Invoker. In comes Foolishness with the Illusions, putting a lot of damage on Myth.
So much damage.
However, it's not going to be enough to drop the Gyrocopters. Gyro is going to walk away. Sunstrike does come down, just missing him. Unfortunately, Earthshaker is found out there by Frostbite and Caspian and removed as well.
That was a 3-0.
3 heroes.
3-0 in the favor of TeamTempus. A pretty janky fight. The Gyrocopter almost going down to the Naga Illusions, but not quite. And TeamTempus backing up and just going to make use of the map. Maybe Roshan with their ridiculous negative armor.
Those Illusions doing a lot of work. Everybody's hanging out around Roshan. The negative armor makes taking Roshan just so simple. It's so
like
easy.
A breeze. TeamTempus has run a strategy like this twice now where they just have a fair amount of negative armor and you just delete Roshan in like 10 seconds.
Insanely effective. I'm kind of surprised that the Slaughter did not go for a medallion, but you know what? It's okay. It's working for him. They're going to spot out a Chandra up here. Scuba Clown going to use the blind. Just push him away. Yep. The Slaughter was still a little bit back.
Sly successfully flexing out the enemy attempted fight with the Tornado Imp.
Edge in a little bit of trouble here as the Invoker is going to spot him out. Chandra dropping those right clicks.
What you say?
Foolishness now behind the tower. It looks like they're gonna set up just to take this T1 off the map, remove that positioning.
Look at this sentry battle going on here.
This is this is a true ward battle.
They're fully non-overlapping, all of them. They all know for sure that the enemy has no vision in this area.
Looks as though the Dire team is setting up to defend this top T2. Gyro's going to push out bottom a little bit, get some neutrals, but I think he'll be joining us very soon. And there's the TP to Shrine. We're setting up for a fight here. They find the Coddle. The Naga Siren now under tower. All of the Radiant heroes caught in that Will-O-Wisp. And unfortunately, Earthshaker's not going to be able to get off the spell, as the Chandra is now in trouble as well. It's going to go down. Hazard Yet Forward, going to TP out. Foolishness doing that sing-song thing and getting out of dodge as well. Rough. Unfortunately, being caught by that Will-O-Wisp kept pulling everybody together.
That was the best they could have hoped for with that Will-O-Wisp. The only thing they could have done other than that was sing earlier and just try to TP out earlier. But there was no way to win that after there was like a 4-person Will-O-Wisp.
100%. I think they got caught up in all of us hitting tower. I think Earthshaker, if he would have positioned a little further back, a little further away, that fight would have been drastically different.
Yeah, could have lined up for a spicy Echo Slam. Not a $6 million Echo, but like a $12.50 Echo, which is like the level of money that this league is.
Yeah, I hear people are getting like cosmetics, like the players are getting sent cosmetics during the game, so
Oh,
Could've got
like
you.
mid-game? Throw
Yeah.
some of that sugar my way, admins. I'm here, sweating, bleeding for the cause, casting these WLDL games.
Listen, my time's worth money. I have friends. I
Have
swear.
friends. I'm employed.
All right. So looking at the game, Luna is farming up here in a little bit of a danger zone. Frostbite gonna hop in with the double damage. Here come the punches. Chandra gonna use the Manta, drop the ultimate. Frostbite deciding to turn and run instead of taking the risk of punching one of the illusions. Frostbite in a lot of trouble here as they're only at 300 health. However, here comes Sly. Caspian gonna be putting the punches on Chandra. Frostbite drops the stun on 100 mean is able to get away. Chandra kind of stuck in the trees, feeling
What
okay.
a
Weaver gonna
juke.
rewind. Woo!
Chandra with a 9,000 IQ play.
Scuba Clown being found out here by foolishness. However, the Will-O-Wisp does get dropped. Naga gonna have to try and sing away. The stuns are there though. However, the rocket, the barrage, the Will-O-Wisp kept the Naga on top. There was nowhere for her to go.
Yeah.
Sly in the
There was-
middle of all these people. Oh my gosh, Myth artesiaing onto the cliff as the Chandra gets the shrine. However, the damage is going to be too much. 100 me stuck in the stun. Ulti is still up. 100 me going to run through. The CM ulti doing work here as Caspian is found out by our boy 100 me. He's going to have to blink back. The Weaver doesn't have enough mana for Sakuchi. Here comes Foolishness. Gonna put some work in on Weaver, who got enough for ulti. However, it doesn't give you Sakuchi, and Weaver is gonna go down.
That's $700 directly into the pocketbook of Naga, which he desperately needs at this point in the game. That was a really good fight starting out for TeamTempus, but they overextended.
They really gave too much slack to TeamTempus A.
Yeah. Now, what happened, like, that was really nice. They managed to pick up the Naga during the song because they have so many things that just don't interact with song, like Rocket Barrage, Gyro LD, along with the Weaver Bug. But after that, they didn't disengage. They kept going for more, and they went to the Shrine, which is always a death sentence if you want to fight at a Shrine. Now it's going to give them a guaranteed free Roshan on the side of TeamTempus A.
So back and forth, this game definitely showing a lot of fire, showing a lot of heart from both teams.
Dota Plus still can't make up its mind. 50%.
My God.
My lord.
Okay. Edge picking up a... No, he already had the Stout Shield. He must have. A 4 staff. So lots of 4 staffs on the side of TeamTempus.
It makes sense. You want to be able to get away from the Naga net. You want to be able to save your cores when they get netted or rooted.
100%. And you want to be able to put your core on the cliff and take them off the cliff. As
Yes,
quickly
as we saw with Myth being put on and subsequently off the cliff. Nothing like getting RTZ'd onto the cliff.
Poor RTZ. So, as the Radiant team keep farming everything out, Mjolnir up on the gyrocopter.
Nearly a BKB as well. About 1,000, well, 800 gold out from that BKB. That's going to be big when Gyro picks that up. Don't have to worry about Tornado Emp anymore, which has been a big problem for their team. Actually, you don't have to worry about any of the enemy team and once you have a BKB, except for like the hits from Naga. But they're very magic focused at the moment, so getting the BKB up should be a turning point.
Absolutely. Naga trying to finish out a heart here as the Reaver. The illusion bait from Ashandri. Bounties are going to go 2 and 2 it seems here. The rocket is down on Sly. Sly's in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna pick up the illusions. Edge moves forward to get a decay. The tornado comes out. The EMP is down. However, the damage from Myth, too much for the Invoker to handle.
Too much.
Definitely in a spook zone here. Both teams, though, making use of all of the skills.
Yeah, they actually went 3 for 1 on the bounties to the side of TeamTempus A. TeamTempus A.
TeamTempus A. This comes natural. We're Canadians. If you weren't with us from the start, we're Canadians.
Gotta rep that Canada, you know? See a Canadian team, you gotta vote for them.
I don't watch a lot of sports, but I do know that my favorite sports team is the Toronto Raptors. I don't have a choice.
You have to. It's like if they're the only Canadian basketball team, you gotta be a Raptors fan. You don't have a choice.
All
Hockey,
right.
on the other hand, now we could talk about hockey.
Oh my god. Don't get me started, okay?
Bud, do you want to go?
So the Luna has the BKB up. She's headed for a bid here. Shadow Blade on the Earthshaker saved his life during that last fight. So
Shadow
hard.
Blade on Shaker. I don't know if I agree with that. 100 me, DM me after this. Let's talk. I don't really know if I'm a big fan of Shadow Blade when you're not playing a position 2 shaker, like a mid shaker. You can go Silver Edge if you're gonna go big crit damage build. But I think just getting the Aghanims up is so value for your team because you're just a menace once you have that up. So I don't know if it's worth delaying it to pick up the Shadow Blade.
Absolutely. The dunk, like when it first came out, like was a meme. Like everybody was like, you jump and stun. And then like people were like, oh, well, you jump and stun. It's a blink stun.
It is. And especially with the Corrosive Haze giving Invis Reveal, like I don't know if that's a really value pickup. But it does provide extra damage, so you can blow Coddle up real quick.
Absolutely. Our Invoker here, working on a 4-staff next. It's funny, yeah, I forget that it's not a mid-voker. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's his
Honestly,
Aghanim's?
Sly has enough, like, has been getting kills like he's been playing a mid-invoker, like, just murdering the supports like an invoker does, but he was a 4 himself. Started from the bottom, now he's here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Radiant team looking for Dire, who sticks their neck out to farm. Dire see the ward get put down, so they know they're smoked.
Not much good
Both
happening
teams
to
at the
Radiant's
other's
bottom
T2
tower.
tower. Radiant gonna take Dire's, move forward here. Oh, the Fissure coming out, catching Scuba Clown. The rest of the team's just a little too far back.
Scuba hops right back on that horse and walks away. Gallops away.
Luna doing what Luna gonna do with the bouncy Glavesmith. Now showing up. The rocket is down. Foolishness gonna have to back up here as the Dire are starting to flex. Frostbite ready to jump. Foolishness is gonna disjoint the rocket, but the Slardar isn't done positioning. As they're gonna find the Naga. Naga on top of Slardar. Myth on top of Naga. Naga's gonna start singing, but Slardar's got the BKB, and he's not gonna let you go easily. All the illusions are up. The tomb is down. Ashandri's gonna remove the tomb, however. As the fight goes on, Will-O-the-Wisp dropped on top of Naga Siren. Naga trying to walk out of here. The Fissure's going to be dropped to try to save her, but it's not enough. Ashandre way too far away with the ultimate and the BKB as the Dire team go forward trying to find that Earthshaker. Earthshaker's just going to TP out as the rest of the Radiant team just try to walk out as well. The Ice Path dropped by Invoker.
1-for-1, going the way of TeamTempus, as they did lose their core in the form of Naga, and they only lost an Undying on TeamTempus' side.
Just
Pretty
so
good
much
trade.
damage.
I think it was a good call for TeamTempus TeamTempus A to disengage there. After that Will-O-Wisp got dropped on the Naga, they didn't really have a chance to fight, especially with Song down. So it kind of sucks to lose that fight, but at least they didn't lose more.
It was difficult for the Naga to maneuver with the physical stun coming out from Slardar, who was BKB'd when she started to sing. Very frustrating.
The BKBs are going to be a turning point. Like, Gyro's got his, Slardar's got his now. It's going to be a lot harder for TeamTempus A to take these fights. Good 4-staff from Invoker, bringing himself to safety.
Good save there. Myth getting the harass put on him.
Might be an
Tower's now in,
overextension.
the Fissure is down. Ashandra moves up. Frostbite jumps in to save the Gyrocopter, but at what cost?
Echo Slam is up.
Punching him. Oh no, Ashandra's a
He's
little far
doing
away,
it!
but there's the Echo Slam on top of the Gyro, on top of the Weaver. It's not going to be enough though, as there was no follow-up. CM came in just a little bit too late now, and here comes Myth. Here comes Frostbite with the BKBs. They want to fight. They want to take what's left. And there's 2 buybacks, one on the Earthshaker, one on the CM. They're going to come in. No ultis on either. Luna is going to be forced to buy back now, so there are 3 on the Radiant versus the 5 on the Dire here. Earthshaker does blink in. Risky maneuver. It looks like TeamTempus is just going to back up here. And
Honestly, 100 me if you're watching this cast, it's not your fault, man. It wasn't your fault. You had a spicy Echo. You did the right thing. That Gyro was a 1% HP, but the team just was a little too late coming in, meaning he got that BKB off and was able to fight through. But you saved your team from getting T3'd, so congratulations.
That's true, that's true.
This'll come in handy.
You are a hero.
You are a hero.
Okay, so both teams now just going back to farming. 3 buybacks down on the side of TeamTempus A. as they're gonna have to just kind of recoup here. I think they're on the back foot now, as it's a 7K net worth lead going to the side of Team Tempus.
Team Tempus has 3 BKBs up now. They've gotten past the point that Team Tempus A is super scary. Until they're down to 5-second BKBs, it's gonna be tough to take fights. They have to take them really. They want picks. They don't want team fights.
110%. Team Tempus smoked up, looking for something in the jungle of the Radiant side. They're gonna notice that the camps are gone, so they know something's up.
Oh boy, this is a dangerous situation. If they get picked out here, that T3 and Rex will be going down.
Fly in a very dangerous spot. Caspian just looking. In comes
Excellent.
Scuba Clown, wanting to make the play of the game, catching Sly in the middle of it, trying to put a Chandra inside. They're going to put the beats down on Sly. Frostbite helping out there. Foolishness is around. The song does come out. Frostbite still BKB'd. So they're going to try to just sing it out.
That's what, all the BKBs? No, that's actually only 1 BKB, but they picked up the Invoker for it, but they also dropped Will-O-Wisp, so they can't really push on this without Will-O-Wisp.
I think they're going to set up to push here, as they do know that Naga's song is down.
Yeah, I don't know if they push without Will-O-Wisp, especially with Echo Slam up.
It's going to be hard. I think the psychology behind this is we've seen one like really good Echo Slam, right?
It's true.
So they haven't yet put in their brain that Earthshaker is a huge threat.
Yeah, he's spooky. He's...
Alright, creeps are now up into base. Caspian gonna start putting in the damage on there. Slaughter is caught out on the other side of the fissure here. However, there will not be the damage to take him down as he goes and gets force tapped over the fissure line. Rax now exposed. Shrines now vulnerable.
100 me looking like he wants to be a hero.
It's time.
Oh lord, is he gonna do it?
The scent is up there. Naga illusions going in, maybe setting
They
up
are
the
doing
Earthshaker.
damage.
Earthshaker's looking to jump on those solutions if they can. The fissure is down. Myth, Caspian, and Frostbite all on one side. Maybe not the 3 you want to go up against. They're gonna back out. Roshan is up and available. If anybody wants to take him on a date.
Take him on a date, bring him out to a nice restaurant, murder him,
Oh, yeah.
take his cheese.
What? What? Oh.
Wait,
that's
what?
scary.
What do you do on a
What?
date with Roshan?
I don't know. Poetry?
Slam poetry?
Slam poetry. So Roshan is still available. The scan is going to come out from the Radiant, just making sure that the Dire isn't thinking about it. And it looks like it is on the docket, just not right away. Weaver's just going to clear out the jungle first. The Illusion's going to find the Undying. He's just going to get away.
That Weaver's starting to look pretty scary. MKB, BKB, Desolator. That's a support deleting Weaver build.
110%. Weaver building. Oh, he's building a meow meow Mjolnir
Meow.
next.
A meow meow. Yeah, going for the meow meow. Let's see how much negative armor Roshan gets to. Negative. He's a negative 14 armor at the moment. Do we have a solar crest on anybody?
We do not.
That seems like an oversight. Should have gone to solar crest.
So a lot of things are gonna go into this next push here. The Arcade Rune on the Undying, Cheese, and Aegis.
Who has the fromage? Weaver has the fromage.
As it is written. Gyrocopter looking huge. Satanic, eggs, Mjolnir, and a BKB.
No doubt. Getting quite girthy. Ready to walk up this hill.
Luna gonna just get out with Force Staff.
Weaver moving at 9,000 move speed.
The rocket is down. Gonna go try to find CM. They're gonna try to kill it before it can reach. Ice Wall is down as well, stopping the push in its tracks. Dire just looking for that perfect initiation.
That's Aghanim's on Caudle.
And here we go. So now the Illuminate is gonna heal during the day. and he can just lay it on the ground. Wait, does it? Yeah, it does.
Yep, and you can just lay it down. That was the biggest thing I miss about the Caudal rework, because you can't just lay down the Illuminate when you're ulted. But with the Aghanims, it's back.
Never left. So Dire, just trying to find an opening, trying to find a weakness in the armor of the Radiant, maybe bait out an ultimate or two.
These Naga illusions are doing a lot of work though. If TeamTempus isn't careful, the Naga illusions could bring someone down low enough that a Blink Echo would just murder them, and then they can take a fight off of that.
Absolutely. So Gyrocopter kind of in a precarious spot, but I don't think that's what Earthshaker's looking for. Fisher's gonna keep coming out to block the wave to defend the racks.
The Ags is up on Shaker. Just saw a quick little leap there, an enchanted leap.
Michael Jordan from Space Jam, Earthshaker, Arcana.
Space Jam Arcana. Actually, like, I would buy that
Persona,
cosmetic,
yeah.
the Space Jam jerseys.
No, keep it out of my game.
But my thematic seriousness.
I just really like it when they look badass. Okay.
Smoke coming out from TeamTempus A. They're looking to make a fight. Oh, if they pick up this edge, this good value. There's a tornado. That is a dead undying. Meanwhile,
in the spook zone, sorry, Luna gets taken down. Caspian gonna find Hazard get forward. 3 punches is all it takes.
Not even. That was
Caspian
2.
moves forward. Going to find 100B next. Oh, and finds Foolishness as well. Caudal is in the wings. Down here comes Call Down from Myth. Barrage is still going off. The rocket is going to connect. That BKB is up and keep putting Foolishness in a lot of trouble. Sly trying to protect his girl. Foolishness gonna get hit by the rocket. And in comes Caspian with the Weaver punches. Frostbite gonna help out with some fish punches as 3 of the Radiant heroes are gonna go down. They all 3 have buyback, however.
Those fish
And
punches.
here they come. The fish punches. Gyro still has Aegis. Caspian still has Cheese.
Alright.
Will the push continue? Gyro's gonna go bottom and grab the wave.
Yeah, playing a lot more cautious in Game 3 than Game 2. Instead of trying to press an advantage that isn't certain, they go back and just increase the advantage, which is pretty tactical, high-level play.
Soldier's fortune.
Foolishness trying to grind up to 25 here. The Gyro already level 25, taking the 3 homing missile charges. Great choice. Weaver taking the extra movement speed on Sakuchi.
Yeah, global call down, not very amazing, in all honesty. Like, maybe if you have a Zeus and a Spectre, you take global call down, but pretty much only in that scenario.
My god. Alright. So Roshan is gone. They're going to find Foolishness out, who has the Arcane Rune. Foolishness going to do the song. Catches Gyro in it. However, Frostbite and Caspian have their BKs be ups. Here have the punches. This is the fight that could change it all. These are some buybacks? No, these were just normal. Ashandre just putting the beats in. Here comes Cataclysm. As CM did go down for her full ulti. Ashandre getting caught out by the Will-O-Wisp. Gonna have to look that way. As Slaughter is now chasing down Sly. In comes Naga. Walking into Slaughter and Myth. Myth and Slaughter doing a huge amount of damage. The Echo Slam comes up from the Earthshaker on top of Caspian. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough as Sly is going to go down as well. That is 3 diebacks on the side of the Radiants.
It's going to be tough to defend this against a Gyrocopter Weaver.
But if
Aegis
2 people can do
expires.
it, Sly and 100B are our boys. Up, and there's G.
They're calling it here. They're saying, you know what? They got this. Well played. Good job, TeamTempus.
Well done, Game 3 going to TeamTempus. All love coming out here from the team. So TeamTempus is going to move on to the quarterfinals.
Frostbite excited to go eat.
Pumped to get out of here. A big game. Let's see who support of the game is this time. It goes to Scuba Clown. For me, Scuba
Yeah,
takes it.
you're right. There were some Will-O-Wisps that really turned fights that game. Definitely. I agree.
110%.
What do you think for MVP for the entire series?
For the entire season. Well, we talked
okay.
a lot about Myth.
Take Myth out because he's like 1500 MMR above everybody.
Myth, you get honorable mentions. You know what? I'd give it to Sly.
Yeah.
Sly stuck up for me on the Mirana, on the Invoker.
Yeah, like solid position 4 play.
Absolutely. But I'm a position 4 player too, so.
Fair enough. Slight
Of
bias,
course.
but I agree with you as a position 3 player. All right, well, for those of you who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. This has been a joy to cast, and we will catch you, I suppose, next time we cast a game.
Yeah, peace out.
Bye-bye.